Clouds and a chance of showers tomorrow morning and a high of 60. Cool temperatures through the rest of the week. Wednesday, partly cloudy with a high of 45. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high of 54 and mostly sunny again Friday and Saturday. The high Friday, 59, 65 on Saturday. Partly sunny, and it's 82 and time now for the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day, West Mifflin and Uniontown, here on your local station, WMBS.
It's time for another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day. Coverage of Uniontown High School baseball presented by PENN Residential, Essential MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live, which is also being brought to you today by the C. Harper Auto Group, Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta, Uniontown Detailing, the Centers for Rehab Services and Physical Therapist Jim Burns, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, General Dentist Dr. Edward Wietek, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, M&R Transit, the Radcliffe Law Firm, the Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, Potter's Bar and Grill, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, Ted Sova and Son Body and Fender Repair, Shop and Save Walnut Hill Uniontown, the Somerset Trust Company, the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, NovaCare Rehabilitation, Jimmy John's in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Peachin's Pharmacy, Casey's Sports Cafe, M&R Transit, Ford of Uniontown, and by Mama Ruka's Pizza Shop. Now stay tuned for high school baseball action here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
From Bailey Park here in Uniontown, it's time for high school baseball action on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network. This afternoon, the Uniontown Red Raiders, 6-2 overall, 4-2 out of Section 3 4A play, host the West Mifflin Titans. The Titans 10-2 overall, 7-1 in conference play. Jeff Kuzma, the head coach of the Titans. Kenny Musco, the head coach of the Uniontown Red Raiders. Our pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our broadcast today brought to you by PENN Residential Services, a human service agency that provides 24 hours around-the-clock services and support for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Also brought to you by Essential MARCOM and Amy's Quilt Room. And there's certainly a battle today for first place in the conference. West Mifflin enters at 7-1. Uniontown tied for second place with Laurel Highlands. Both of those teams sitting at 4-2. Elizabeth Forward currently occupying the fourth and final playoff spot in the conference at 3-3. Greensburg-Salem and Bell Vernon trying to stay in the hunt. The Golden Lions 2-5. Bell Vernon sitting at 2-6. And Ringgold bringing up the rear right now at 1-4. Games in the conference today: Laurel Highlands at Greensburg-Salem, Ringgold at Elizabeth Forward, and of course West Mifflin here at Uniontown. The pitching matchup for this afternoon: Christian Thomas on the mound for the Uniontown Red Raiders, Zane Griffithson on the mound for the West Mifflin Titans. Griffithson has yet to give up an earned run on the season, and Christian Thomas has a 2-0 record with a 0.71 ERA. We're expecting a pitcher's duel this afternoon. The Titans swept Uniontown last year, winning by scores of 7-6 and 7-2, but both games certainly were competitive. We hope to have a competitive contest this afternoon as well from Bailey Park. We'll talk to Uniontown head coach Kenny Musco, and the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues here on WMBS, Facebook Live, and the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
PENN Residential is a human services agency providing around-the-clock services and supports for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Their residential homes are located in local communities to offer residents quality care while also encouraging autonomy. They're a fast-growing company offering rewarding employment opportunities to direct support professionals interested in making positive impacts in the lives of others. The SB positions start at $16 an hour and will receive a full benefit package after 90 days. For more information about current career opportunities, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 tax rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
General Dentist Dr. Edward L. Wietek Jr. treats children, teens, and adults of all ages. Dr. Wpial performs all phases of general dentistry, including crowns and bridges, partials, full dentures, comprehensive orthodontics, root canals, bonded white fillings, dental implants to replace missing teeth and to stabilize loose-fitting dentures, and comprehensive exams and cleanings. Dr. Wpial's office is located on the National Pike, 1 mile west of the mall on Route 40. Call him up at 724-439-1616 for Dr. Edward L. Wpial, Jr.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 59th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 59 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
High school baseball action here on WMBS and the Triple Live High School Sports Network. Uniontown hosting West Mifflin this afternoon, being joined by Uniontown head coach Kenny Musco. And Kenny, off to a pretty good start, 4-2 in conference play. Probably picked a pretty good week to have your conference bye week with all of the wet weather that we had in the area last week. You did play a non-conference game late in the week, defeating California to kind of stay sharp. And now a big series coming up this week against the West Mifflin Titans.
Huge series. This could be a turning point for the season. I mean, obviously we're in a good spot, but worst case we want to split, but we're going for 2 games here this week. Today's a big game. Got our ace, Christian Thomas, on the hill and looking to get the bats rolling.
Talk about the improvements you've seen from this team, just looking at where you were a year ago to where you are right now.
Yeah, absolutely. This guy's maturity levels, obviously adding to the coaching staff, adding LaPresta with the pitchers and Jimmy Burns all around. Just being there for us, just been tremendous help, and it's been helping the guys, focus on their craft to get a little bit better, just maturity mentally.
I think the pitching's really been key for you so far this year. The bats really haven't come around yet, but the pitching's really been keeping you in games.
Absolutely. So we're just waiting on the bats to come alive, man. I'm hoping this week is the week that they do. They're working hard. Their bye week was perfect for us. We've got a lot of reps in, and we're just hoping to come out with a bang. That's all.
Talk about what you've seen out of West Mifflin and what you expect this week.
They play a lot of small ball. They take a lot of first pitch strikes. They're gimmicky. They play a lot of shifts on guys, and that's fine. We're okay. As long as we go out there and do what we need to do, don't make any errors, and hit the baseball, we should come out on top, I'm thinking.
Kenny, appreciate your time. Best of luck. We'll see you out at Bailey Park.
Hey, thanks again for coming out. I appreciate you guys.
That's Uniontown head coach Kenny Musco. The Red Raiders hosting West Mifflin. We'll set the batting lineup for the Titans and the defense for Uniontown when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, holding a Veterans Breakfast Sunday, May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The breakfast includes pancakes, sausage, bacon, eggs, coffee, tea, orange juice, and milk. Veterans, fire, and police are free. Guests are welcome and asked to make a goodwill donation. The Veterans Breakfast, Sunday, May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood. RSVP not required.
I'm attorney Rob Harper, and I'm happy to be joining Bill Martin and Tripp Radcliffe at Radcliffe Law in Uniontown. I grew up in Uniontown and chose to make Fayette County my home. I also represent the county as an assistant district attorney, and I know my way around a courtroom. If you are hurt in an accident, buying or selling a home, need assistance with an estate or will preparation, call me at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. The initial consultation is free. Radcliffe Law, making the law perfect.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Back here at Bailey Park, West Mifflin coming to bat here in the top half of the first inning. Let's take a look at their lineup. Leading off, the sophomore pitcher, number 15, Zane Griffithson. Batting second, the senior shortstop, number 1, Jake Walker. Batting third and playing in center field, senior number 3, Devin Matey. In the cleanup spot and in right field, senior number 21, Derek Kleinhans. Batting fifth and playing first base, senior number 22, Eric Link. Batting sixth and playing third base, junior number 8, Bert Kowalski. Batting seventh and in left field, senior number 14, Mike Leiden. Batting eighth and playing second base, senior number 2, Ryan Lang. And rounding out the lineup for the West Mifflin Titans, sophomore catcher number 6, Corey Kujai. Defensively for Uniontown, in left field it's Tanner Uphold. In center is Tyler Hawk. And in right is Eric Odom. Around the horn, Clay Dean is playing third, Hunter Chukchek playing short, Austin Grego playing second, and Tate Musco playing first. Colton Sparks behind home plate and pitching for the Red Raiders here today. Christian Thomas sporting a very impressive 2-0 overall record with a 0.71 ERA. This is his fourth appearance of the season. He's worked 19 2/3 innings, given up 14 hits, 8 runs, only 2 of them earned, struck out 15 and walked 6 so far this season. First pitch on the way next. Battle for first place in Section 3 and 4A. The 10-2 West Mifflin Titans and the 6-2 Uniontown Red Raiders. All the action coming your way next here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Freaky fast, freaky good. Order online at jimmyjohns.com or call 724-437-6800 for delivery or curbside pickup. Jimmy John's, next to Walnut Hill. Shop and save.
Understanding the complicated tax laws when it comes to estates can be extremely stressful. Dealing with a loved one's estate after they pass can be one of the most challenging tasks for a family in a time of need. Hi, this is Attorney Dan White of Zebley, Mahalav & White. I'm here to help make that process easier. Our firm can help you and your family create and review wills and estates to make sure when the time comes to settle your assets, it will not be stressful because you have a plan. Don't put yourself through unneeded stress settling an estate or worrying about things you don't need to worry about. Call our office and we can help. Zebley, Mahalav & White. Call us at 724-439-9200 or visit us online at zeblaw.com. Zebley, Mahalav & White. Local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life. Zebley, Mahalav & White. It's gonna be all right.
Going on now at Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charborchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 tax rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
PENN Residential is a fast-growing human services agency serving individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. They are currently seeking full-time and part-time direct support professionals to provide direct care and support at our residential homes. Their DSPs partners with adults and children, and their circles of support help them achieve independence, growth, and happiness through high-quality, creative services. Candidates must possess good communication skills, have a valid state driver's license,
clean driving record over the past 3 years, and have reliable transportation. At PENN Residential, DSP positions start at $16 an hour, and you'll receive full benefit package after 90 days. PENN Residential is a licensed and qualified provider under Pennsylvania's DPW's Office of Developmental Programs. Our homes serve residents in Fayette, Washington, and Westmoreland counties in southwestern Pennsylvania. For more information about current career opportunities, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers. Penn Residential Inc. is an equal opportunity employer.
Marketing communications is an essential part of every business, but identifying an effective marketing strategy can be tricky. If you're interested in growing your business but unsure of where to start, contact Essential MARCOM to begin the discussion. From business and product naming to logo design, website development, and social media, Central MARCOM collaborates with local startups and existing businesses to maximize customer reach. Learn more about the Essential MARCOM capabilities and view their portfolio at essentialmarcom.com. That's ESSENTIALMARCOM.com, or by contacting Dana at essentialmarcom.com.
Amy's Quilt Room is a full-service quilt room located in Uniontown, offering retail goods and an ample sewing classroom, welcoming sewers of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced. If you're enthusiastic about sewing, you may even want to consider joining the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club at Amy's Quilt Room. You'll stitch fabric in friendship with every project. For more information, visit amysquiltroom.com or stop in to see them at 20 West Penn Street, Uniontown. Amy's Quilt Room, a fresh and modern twist to a timeless tradition.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Back here at Bailey Park, the national anthem winding down, and we're just about set to go. The Uniontown Red Raiders and the West Mifflin Titans. The Red Raiders decked out in their home whites with maroon numbers. West Mifflin decked out in their away dark blue uniforms with gold numbers and white pants. The Red Raiders dugout here on the near side, Titans dugout on the far side, and it seems like we have a new vantage point for the game. Every time we come out here to Bailey Park, we're positioned actually down the left field line here today, right behind third base. Jerry Dupay with me behind the camera for our Facebook Live video feed. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios doing a fine job as always. High school baseball action, Uniontown hosting West Mifflin. We'll also keep you abreast throughout the course of the afternoon of the Laurel Highlands game at Greensburg-Salem. The Mustangs playing on the road in Westmoreland County this afternoon. We'll have those two teams meeting tomorrow. The game's scheduled to be at Laurel Highlands High School. We'll see with the weather if that game goes off as scheduled or if it gets moved to Hutchinson Field in Hopwood. Nonetheless, hoping to have high school baseball for you tomorrow afternoon as well here on WMBS. And you look at this Uniontown team, what an improvement they've had over the last couple of years. Last year just 4-12, missing out on the WPIL playoffs, and Uniontown already has surpassed their win total from a season ago already. 6-2 overall, 4-2 in the conference, and you have to think that they're well on their way to earning their first WPIL playoff berth since 2014. Uniontown's come close in recent years. You go back to 2018, went 9-10 overall, 7-7 in conference play, just missed out, finishing in 5th place in the conference. Back in 2017, they finished in a three-way tie for 4th place, but lost the tiebreaker and did not go. And you go back prior to 2014, the last playoff appearance prior to that year for Uniontown was 2002, a preliminary round playoff loss to Baldwin, 10-1. Uniontown also lost in the preliminary round of the playoffs to Bethel Park in 2000 and to Brownsville back in 1998, and that's about as far back as my records go. But this Uniontown team on the cusp of possibly a breakout week here against the West Mifflin team with only one conference loss so far this season, and believe it or not, that came against the Bell Vernon Leopards. West Mifflin and Bell Vernon split a series earlier on this year. The Leopards have certainly struggled a bit this season. We had them on WMBS this past weekend, a home-and-home with the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Laurel Highlands sweeping that season series with Bell Vernon, and the Leopards certainly on the outside looking in right now of a WPIL playoff berth at 2-6, currently in 6th place in a 7-team conference. So just about set to go here this afternoon. Zane Griffithson to lead things off for the West Mifflin Titans. Griffithson, sophomore pitcher, batting .421, already a homer on the season. Also 8 RBIs for Griffithson, facing Christian Thomas. We mentioned Thomas's numbers, 2-0 record, 0.71 ERA. And Christian focused, looking in, and we're set to go. High school baseball action on a Monday afternoon from Bailey Park in Uniontown. First pitch, a fastball, catches the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. And Thomas has been confident throughout the course of the season. Again, for Christian, this is his 4th appearance on the mound for a Uniontown team that comes in with a 6-2 overall record. Thomas is 0-1 now to Griffithson. Breaking ball in the dirt to even up the count at 1-1. Red Raiders playing pretty much straight away defensively. Now Thomas, long look in to catcher Colton Sparks. He'll wind and fire the 1-1 here to Zane Griffithson. Another fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. On the season, Thomas with 15 strikeouts and 19 2/3 innings of work has walked only 6 batters so far this season. And now the 1-2 here to Griffithson. Long look in this time from Christian. Now he'll wind and fire. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball, called strike 3. So what a way to start for the Uniontown Red Raiders, as Christian Thomas freezes Zane Griffithson. And 1 up, 1 down here on the top of the first. And that'll bring up the senior shortstop, Jake Walker. Walker, a .400 average, 6 RBIs for the West Mifflin Titans. Thomas set to go again. Checking the signs from Colton Sparks. Now wind and fire the first pitch here to Walker. And it's in there for a strike, 0-1. Expect to see a lot of first pitch strikes out of Christian Thomas here today. Talking to Uniontown head coach Kenny Musco before the start of the game, he said he noticed a lot of West Mifflin taking the first pitch just to kind of run up pitch counts a little bit. And if Uniontown has seen that, it would certainly behoove Thomas to throw some early strikes. And there was Walker trying to show bunt. Pulled back. Pitch missed low and in the dirt to even up the count at 1-1. Colton Sparks with the red, white, and blue catcher's gear. Now 1-1. Thomas to Walker. Pitch on the way, another fastball. Ground ball going here to second. Should be routine. Grego over to first in time to Tate Musco to retire Jake Walker 4-3 for the second out of the inning. So a good start here for Uniontown. 2 up, 2 down for West Mifflin here in the top half of the first inning, with Devin Matey coming to the plate. Matey, senior center fielder like Walker, batting .400 on the season, but Matey has driven in 9 runs so far this year for the West Mifflin Titans. Now Thomas's first pitch here to Matey, breaking ball, and Matey surprising me a little bit there, fouling it off, did not take the first pitch. And the count goes to 0-1. West Mifflin's played a lot of home games this year with having the artificial surface at West Mifflin High School. In fact, both of their conference series games against Greensburg, Salem, and Laurel Highlands, all 4 games in those 2 series all played at West Mifflin High School. Another breaking ball from Thomas, missed low. 1-1 now to Devin Matey. Get our broadcast here today presented by PENN Residential, Essential MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room. Thank them and all of our fine WMBS sponsors for bringing you all of the action from Bailey Park on this Monday afternoon. 1-1 now. Thomas to Matey. Fastball, a little inside. Pulling Matey back, moves the count to 2-1. Gary Frankhauser expected to be with me tomorrow for the Laurel Highlands Greensburg Salem game, weather permitting. We're planning on being back here at Bailey Park for Friday's Uniontown Mount Pleasant game. It'll be senior day for the Uniontown Red Raiders on Friday here at Bailey Park. And after tomorrow, the weather forecast looking cool and dry the rest of the week. 2-1 pitch here, and this ball hit high in the air to right field. Charging and getting for the third out of the inning is Eric Odom. So the West Mifflin Titans retired in order here in the top half of the first inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning scoreless here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Moving down to the bottom of the first inning, Uniontown coming to bat. Let's take a look at their lineup. Leading off, the junior pitcher, number 14, Christian Thomas. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 24, senior Hunter Chukchek. Batting third, the sophomore first baseman, number 26, Tate Musco. Batting in the cleanup spot and catching, senior number 69, Colton Sparks. Batting fifth and playing third base, junior number 33, Clay Dean. Batting sixth and playing in right field, senior number 25, Eric Odom. Batting seventh and playing second base, sophomore number 7, Austin Grego. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, sophomore number 99, Wyatt Nails. And batting ninth and playing in center field, number 3, Tyler Hawk. Defensively for West Mifflin, they have Mike Leiden out in left, Devin Matey in center, and Derek Kleinhans in right. Bert Kowalski playing third base, Jake Walker playing short, Ryan Lang playing second, and playing first base for the West Mifflin Titans here today is Eric Link. Catching is Corey Kujai. And on the mound is Zane Griffithson. Griffithson on the season, a 1-1 record, is yet to give up an earned run. This is his 5th appearance. He's worked 10 2/3 innings. Given up 5 hits, 2 runs, but again, has not given up an earned run. He struck out 10 and walked only 1 batter so far this season. He's faced 40 total batters on the season. And again, the one bugaboo for this Red Raiders team, as great as the pitching's been, as head coach Kenny Musco told us during the Sproul's Insurance Group pregame show, they have yet to get the bats going so far this season. In fact, the Uniontown team batting average just 176 at this juncture of the season, but the team sporting a very impressive 6-2 overall record and a 4-2 record in conference play. So we're set to go. Bottom of the first inning. First pitch high and inside to Christian Thomas. And the count at 1-0. Thomas batting just 190 with 2 RBIs for Uniontown so far this season. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball. Called strike there to even up the count at 1-1. Coach Musco expected after a little layoff last week. The Red Raiders did play a non-conference game, defeated California 11-6. That the bats might be a little hotter here this afternoon. Swing and a miss there from Thomas. Takes the count now to 1-2. But certainly tough going against a pitcher in Griffithson, who's yet to give up an earned run so far this season. 1-2 pitch, a little high. Takes us even now to 2-2. Red Raiders swept Bell Vernon. Also split a series with the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions. Lost here at home against Elizabeth Forward. And then came back and won against the Warriors on the road. We had that Uniontown EF game for you here at Bailey. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Christian Thomas. First out of this bottom of the first inning. And for Griffithson, that's his 11th strikeout so far this season. As his impressive run of good form continues here this afternoon. Now Hunter Chukchek, the senior shortstop, coming to the plate here for Uniontown. Chukchek batting .227 with 5 RBIs. Takes the first pitch, a breaking ball for strike 1. And we expected a low-scoring pitcher's duel here this afternoon. We see if we get it. Now the 0-1, Griffithson to Chuck check. A little low and outside. Evens up the count at 1-1. Mifflin bringing down some fans there on the far side. Including a few underneath a tent on what's turned out to be a cloudy afternoon. Next pitch to Chuck check, and Hunter hits it on the ground to short. A little juggle there from Jake Walker. Unable to regain. Should have been a routine play. Have to score that one E6. And Uniontown a base runner here to get things going with one out in the bottom of the first inning. Walker usually pretty short-handed at shortstop. Rare bobble there. That'll bring up Tate Musco. Sophomore first baseman. 2 RBIs for Tate on the season. But he's yet to pick up a hit. 0 for 15 at the plate. Very uncharacteristic, but a good opportunity here to try to get things going as early on. Griffithson trying to check Hunter Chuck check over at first. And Laurel Highlands off to a good start this afternoon on the road at Greensburg-Salem. The Mustangs plating 6 runs in the top half of the first inning and lead 6-0. That pitch fouled off there by Tate Musco. Actually sent that one into the softball field. Now a good start on the road for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs lost at Greensburg-Salem last year 11-10. Will have to feel pretty good about themselves after putting up a 6 spot in the top of the first. Now Griffithson's 0-1 here to Musco, a little high. Even up the count at 1-1. See a number of improvements, I think, down here at Bailey Park over the next couple of years. Just talk about constructing a press box on the one softball dugout roof that could be used for both baseball and softball. Of course, the new sheepskin trail going out in the outfield. Another throw over to first and a head first slide back safely there for Hunter Chuck check. They're also working on installing new lights down here at Bailey Park as well. The goal is to have a number of games under the lights next season. It's good to see improvements being made here, especially that sheepskin trail moving through. Big cut there for Musco. Now Tate with 2 strikes on him. Now Tate stepping back in. Again, he bats from the left side. 1 out as we work here in a scoreless game, bottom of the first inning. Uniontown and West Mifflin. Now a 1-2 pitch here to Musco. Miss for a ball. Runner going and overrunning the bag at second and called out on the steal attempt. There was Hunter Chuck check. So Chuck check caught stealing. Throw was a little high coming in, but Chuck check overrunning the bag and called out at second base for the second out of the inning. And now Tate Musco facing a 2-2 count. And Griffithson trying to make quick work of the Mustangs here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-2 pitch on the way, missed outside. Count now full of 3-2. Again, Griffithson came in working 10 2/3 innings. It has issued only 1 walk so far this season. Now with 11 strikeouts. Trying to avoid his second walk of the season right here. Pitch on the way, and that is ball 4. So he issues his second walk. First to Tate Musco, and once again, Uniontown with the base runner. Now with 2 outs in a scoreless game, bottom of the first inning. That'll bring up from the cleanup spot, Colton Sparks. Sparks, the senior, batting .333 with 3 RBIs. Saw him with a couple of big hits in that game we had for the Red Raiders against Elizabeth Forward 2 weeks ago. Takes the first pitch, 4-1. Late call there from the home plate umpire. Sun coming back out from behind the clouds. Game time temperatures hovering around 80 degrees. We are expecting some rain overnight, but I think by tomorrow afternoon the weather should be good again. 0-1 pitch, low and in the dirt. Good block there from the catcher Corey Kujai. Even up the count at 1-1. Musco certainly packs a punch with that bat. It's just a matter of time before he gets his first home run this season. Boy, now would be a good time for it. here in the bottom of the first inning. Next pitch on the way, again missing low and outside. Another hop away there from Kujai, looking to regain. Kujai, good arm behind home plate. Again, the Red Raiders try to position Chuck in a scoring position. He was caught stealing. Now you have Musco also with good speed over at first with just about a two-step lead. So set to go here again. Next pitch on the way again low. That one gets away from Kujai. This time into second base, no problem there for Tate Musco. Now Tate in scoring position. And Musco ahead of, or check that, Sparks ahead of the count. Now a little discussion here between Corey Kujai, the catcher, and Zane Griffithson, the pitcher. And with Musco's speed, good chance if Sparks is able to send one into the outfield that Musco would be able to score on the play. As Uniontown looks for the early advantage here in the bottom of the first inning. Count 3-1. Griffithson to Sparks. Griffithson from the stretch. Look back at second. 3-1 pitch on the way. Fastball misses low and inside for ball 4. So now 3 straight Red Raiders have reached base. Chuck getting on via the air. Musco and Sparks walking. Now we'll get a courtesy runner here for Sparks. And it looks like, I think that's Pavlicko over there running. No, check that. That's Cameron Jackson. Cameron Jackson to run for Colton Sparks with Clay Dean coming to the plate. So 2 on, 2 out, scoreless game, bottom of the first inning. Jackson on first, Musco on second. Griffithson pitching here to Clay Dean, who's batting .294 with 3 RBIs. First pitch here to Dean, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. So Griffithson trying to work his way out of a first inning jam. That stolen base really looming large right now. If Chuck wouldn't have been thrown out, you'd have the bases loaded with only 1 out. Now the 0-1 here to Clay Dean, another fastball. Called strike 2. Now 0-2, Griffithson to Dean. Dean batting from the 5th position in this Red Raiders batting lineup. Look back at second from Griffithson. Now the 0-2 pitch to Clay Dean, another fastball called strike 3. So Griffithson and the Titans getting out of the inning. Couple of strikeouts. Thomas and Dean sent down. Chuck caught stealing, and that'll do it through an inning. We're scoreless. Uniontown and West Mifflin here on the CR Barada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Essential MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta would like to wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Uniontown Red Raiders, and all of our local high school baseball teams the best of luck this season and invite you to listen to his show every Tuesday at 3:15 here on WMBS.
PENN Residential is a human services agency providing around-the-clock services and supports for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Their residential homes are located in local communities to offer residents quality care while also encouraging autonomy. They're a fast-growing company offering rewarding employment opportunities to direct support professionals interested in making positive impacts in the lives of others. DSP positions start at $16 an hour and will receive a full benefit package after 90 days. For more information about current career opportunities, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers.
Attorneys from all over the state and nation advertise in southwestern Pennsylvania for personal injury and workers' comp cases. But most of them send their assistants to do the legwork. You might not even meet your attorney until your first hearing.
We're local attorneys, Davis & Davis.
We meet directly with our clients, including free consultation. There are no fees until you receive money on your case.
If you've been injured, call Davis & Davis, representing you and your neighbors yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Phone 724-437-2799.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Derek Kleinhans, Eric Link, and Bert Kowalski due up for West Mifflin here in the top of the second inning. West Mifflin and Uniontown scoreless. On the mound for the Red Raiders, Christian Thomas finds the strike zone on the first pitch to Derek Kleinhans. Kleinhans batting .452 already this season with a homer and 7 RBIs. Senior right fielder for the West Mifflin Titans. Now Thomas getting set here with the 0-1 to Kleinhans. Another fastball, and Derek sends a high fly ball to deep left center field, and what a grab by the Red Raiders. Tanner Uphold in left. Tanner Uphold taking away a possible extra base hit there from Kleinhans. And we have one out here in the top of the second inning. That'll bring up Eric Link, the senior first baseman, batting .471 with 12 RBIs so far this season. I have to give a shout out to our colleague Tony Hanola today, watching our broadcast along with Dr. David Buck in Delray Beach, Florida. So hello, Tony. I'm sure you're enjoying the nice weather down in Florida today as the first pitch misses for ball 1 to Eric Link from Christian Thomas. Thomas retired the Titans 1-2-3 in that top of the first inning. Now getting set for the 1-0 here to Link. Now time called behind home plate. Thomas with a strikeout of Zane Griffithson. Jake Walker grounded out, and Devin Matey flew out to Eric Odom in right field in that top of the first inning. Now the 1-0 here to Eric Link. Fastball misses low, now 2-0. Thomas to Link. Again, if you're Laurel Highlands fans, good start for the Mustangs this afternoon, up 6-0 over the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions. In fact, Greensburg-Salem coming back now with 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning. It's 6-2 now. Laurel Highlands over Greensburg-Salem. Those two schools putting up a lot of runs as Thomas finds the strike zone on the 2-0 to Eric Link. Count now at 2-1. Haven't had a run scored yet here today. Thomas taking his time. 2-1 now to Eric Link. Another fastball, swing and a miss. Moves the count to 1-2. Tony tells me it's 83 in Delray Beach today. Maybe 83 was his golf score today. I'm sure he's enjoying some cold beverages this afternoon as well. Now Thomas set to go again here. Wind and fire again to Link. Another fastball, and Eric sends it foul. 2 strikes on Eric Link. Some of the vegetation yet to grow up down the first base line. Makes it a little bit easier to find some of those foul balls. Thomas looking for a second strikeout of the game. Now with 2 strikes here on Eric Link. Christian winds and fires, comes back with another fastball, and actually went off the helmet of Colton Sparks. The West Mifflin coaches are saying that it hit Eric Link's shoulder. Now their head coach, Jeff Kuzma, coming out to talk to the home plate umpire, saying, hey, it hit my guy's shoulder. Now they're going to talk to the base umpire and talk it over. Unless they said it went off of his bat before it hit Sparks in the mask. The appeal not granted, as Link will stay in the batter's box. That's a 2-2 count now. Thomas to Link, 1 out in a scoreless game, top of the second inning. Now Thomas is 2-2 to Eric Link. Breaking ball sent foul into the netting. Count remains 2-2. Can you have a lot of pop in this West Mifflin lineup? Link batting .471. And all the guys before him in the lineup, all of averages over 400. We mentioned Uniontown coming in as a team batting just 176, but the pitching has been stellar. 2-2 again, swing and a miss, strike 3. So down goes Eric Link. Titans have been retired in order so far, 5 up, 5 down. Now the junior third baseman Bert Kowalski coming to the plate. Kowalski with a .296 average so far this season. Driven in 5 runs. Thomas now, the first pitch here to Kowalski. Fastball, and Bert hits it high in the air. This one going back in Uphold's direction again in left field, and Tanner gets under it to make the grab. So Tanner Uphold busy out in left field this afternoon, making a couple of putouts here in this top half of the second inning. Titans retired in order so far. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Uniontown and West Mifflin scoreless here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Essential MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Quilts are full of love in every stitch, but do you know how to make one? Amy's Quilt Room is a full-service quilt shop located in Uniontown, offering retail goods and an ample sewing classroom. The retail shop at Amy's Quilt Room features a variety of high-quality fabrics, notions, patterns, and more. Inspiration will spark the moment you walk through the door. Piece that inspiration into a project in the spacious classroom at Amy's Quilt Room, where sewers of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced, are welcome. Amy's Quilt Room hosts a rotating calendar of quilting and sewing classes, open sews, embroidery, technique, and specialty classes. If you're enthusiastic about sewing, you may even want to consider joining the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club at Amy's Quilt Room. Members of the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club enjoy discounts on merchandise, member-exclusive events, and much more. At Amy's Quilt Room, you'll stitch fabric and friendship into every project. Join the patchwork family at Amy's Quilt Room. Visit amysquiltroom.com or stop in 20 West Penn Street in Uniontown. Amy's Quilt Room, a fresh and modern twist to a timeless tradition.
We're back here at Bailey Park, moving to the bottom of the second inning. Uniontown and West Mifflin scoreless. Eric Odom, Austin Grego, and Wyatt Nails due up for the Red Raiders. Uniontown sent 5 men to the plate in the bottom of the first inning, but came up empty. Zane Griffithson starting his second inning of work. Fastball gets a swing and a miss there out of Eric Odom, who's coming in with a .200 average so far this season. He's yet to drive in a run. Senior right fielder for the Red Raiders. Now Griffithson's 0-1 here to Odom. Another fastball. This one missing to even up the count at 1-1. And it's the first of a 2-game series between these two schools. They'll play tomorrow at West Mifflin High School. We'll have the Greensburg-Salem game for you tomorrow with Laurel Highlands' little bunt down the first base line. Will it stay fair? No, it goes foul. So Odom, some interesting strategy there, trying to pick up a bunt single for the Red Raiders. Now we'll have 2 strikes on him. Red Raiders trying to manufacture a base runner. So 1-2 counts. Griffithson to Odom, leadoff batter for the Red Raiders here in the bottom of the second, and that one fouled off. The count remains 1-2. And the West Mifflin bats have been hot so far this season, and they've gotten some nice pitching as well. And you look at Griffithson without an earned run given up so far this season. That one missing a little high, takes us to 2-2. And it's Odom, Grego, and Wyatt Nails, hitters 6, 7, and 8 for Uniontown here in this bottom of the second inning. 2-2 now on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Already the third strikeout of the afternoon for Zane Griffithson. Now 13 strikeouts to 3 walks on the season for Zane. And that'll bring up the sophomore second baseman, Austin Grego. Grego just an .067 average with an RBI so far this season for Uniontown. First pitch here, Griffithson to Grego. Misses for ball one. Get Brian Morozak along with you. Jerry Dupay behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Nice to have you along with us for high school baseball action on a Monday. Next pitch, again off the plates. 2-0 now. Griffithson to Grego with one out in a scoreless game, bottom of the second inning. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Takes us to 2-1. Red Raiders schedule an early senior day this year. It'll be this Friday, weather permitting, against Mount Pleasant. Planning on bringing you that game here on WMBS. 2-1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Now 2 strikes on Austin Grego. Griffithson looking quick and confident on the mound for the West Mifflin Titans in those blue jerseys, gold numbers, white pants, a little blue trim on the pants. 2-2 pitch on the way. This one missing a little high and inside on the fastball. Takes us to 3-2. This Red Raider program certainly improving, and head coach Kenny Musco told us during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, have to thank Jimmy Burns and Joe LaPresta for their contributions to the program. High fly ball there in the right field. Routine play there for Derek Kleinhans in right for the second outs of this bottom of the second inning. Of course, Jimmy Burns, longtime friend of the station from UPMC Centers for Rehab Services. Was a member of the Laurel Highlands coaching staff for a number of years, now moving over to Uniontown this year. And great to see both programs in the county, in the conference, Uniontown and Laurel having so much success to start the season. Both 4-2 in conference play entering play today as Wyatt Nails swings and misses at the first pitch there from Zane Griffithson. Counted 0-1. Nails 0 for 8 at the plate so far this season. Just a sophomore, DH today. Now takes strike 2. Now 0-2. From Griffithson to Nails. Nails hitting for Tanner Uphold this afternoon. Griffithson's 0-2 now on the way. Another fastball, ground ball in foul territory. The count remains 0-2. Uniontown first base coach making that play. And Nails stepping back in. 0-2 on the way from Griffithson. A little pitch out there, a little high. Nails not chasing. Count now moves to 1-2. Griffithson set to go again. 1-2 on the way to Nails. He's able to stay alive, golfing it foul on the right side. Yeah, it seems like tomorrow really the only dicey weather day of the week. Will be cooler Wednesday through Friday. But if games are scheduled, they should go off. Another 1-2 on the way. Called strike 3, and down goes Wyatt Nails. So 1-2-3, bottom half of the second inning. Already 4 strikeouts through 2 innings for Zane Griffithson. Head to the top of the third, scoreless Uniontown and West Mifflin. Here on the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Central MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
I'm attorney Rob Harper, and I'm happy to be joining Bill Martin and Trip Radcliffe at Radcliffe Law in Uniontown. I grew up in Uniontown and chose to make Fayette County my home. I also represent the county as an assistant district attorney, and I know my way around a courtroom. If you are hurt in an accident, buying or selling a home, need assistance with an estate or will preparation, call me at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. The initial consultation is free. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Going on now at Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test test drive or visit CHarborChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year. With $3,500 tax rate equity and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Moving to the top of the third, Mike Lydon, Ryan Lang, and Corey Kujai due up here for the West Mifflin Titans. Mike Lydon will lead things off. Senior left fielder trying to get things going at the plate, batting .077 with a couple of RBIs. Christian Thomas has retired the Titans in order so far and finds the strike zone on the first pitch to Lydon. Struck out Zane Griffithson to start the game. Jake Walker grounded out 4-3, and then Devin Matey full out to right field. Tanner Uphold was busy in left field, making a couple of outs in the second inning. Also, Eric Link struck outs. Now the 0-1 here, Christian Thomas to Mike Lydon. Fastball, Lydon sends it in the air, and once again it goes right to Uphold in left field, making another catch for the first out of this top half of the third inning. Tanner Uphold looking stellar defensively for Uniontown here today. So 1 up, 1 down. Now Ryan Lang coming to the plate, the senior second baseman, batting .161 with a couple of RBIs. Now Tanner long look in, or check that, Christian long look in, and showing bunt, laying it down there, Ryan Lang. Thomas making the throw over to first in time. Good job there, Austin Grego, the second baseman, covering the bag for the second out of the inning. So the Red Raiders not fooled on the bunt attempt there from Ryan Lang. So Lang retired, and now 2 outs here in the top of the third with Corey Kujai coming to the plate. Sophomore catcher batting .296 with 2 RBIs. Saw Kujai have a nice series against Laurel Highlands back in March. Thomas's first pitch to Kujai, a little low for ball 1. Thomas trying to stay perfect, first time through the lineup. Now the 1-0 here to Corey Kujai. Fastball and a little nubber, and it'll go foul on the right side. Even up the count at 1-1. Christian looking for a new baseball, and he'll get it. And get refocused. And you look at Christian Thomas, a junior. He'll be back next season for the Red Raiders as well. Certainly has been stellar. Now trying to finish off Corey Kujai. Misses here high and inside. Count now 2-1. Thomas to Kujai. Sun back outs. Jerry and I got roasted pretty good on Saturday for the Laurel Highlands Bell Vernon game. We were outside right behind home plate. I felt some of the after effects into Sunday of that one. We're getting some breaks, though, this afternoon with the clouds rolling in from time to time. Expecting some rain in the area later on tonight. Next pitch to Kujai. Hard ground ball. Good snare there from Dean. Long throw over to first in time to Tate Musco. So Kujai retired 5-3 for the third out. So this top half of the third inning, we're still scoreless. Heading to the bottom of the third, C. Harbor Auto Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Essential MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in.
John Clinton from 40 Uniontown. Now, I've heard that April showers bring May flowers, but how about new vehicles? Well, I guess that's just wishful thinking. So don't get left out in the storm. Stop, click, or call our friendly staff and let us explain our reservation program. First, we go over, in detail, vehicles that we have inbound. Then we go over all the incentives and pricing,
If you have a trade, we do an on-the-spot trade appraisal. We make a deal, and when your vehicle arrives, you pick it up. It's easy like Sunday morning. If you have a bit more time, we're happy to place a factory order just for you. And I know you've all heard about historic used vehicle values, so don't miss out. And speaking of used vehicles, we have more than 80 on the lot, and most are certified with factory warranties. That's President Award-winning Ford of Uniontown, top of the hill across from Applebee's or FordofUniontown.com.
Back here at Bailey Park, moving to the bottom half of the third inning. Scoreless, the Uniontown Red Raiders and the West Mifflin Titans. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupé, who's behind the camera in our Facebook Live video feed. Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Tyler Hawk, Christian Thomas, and Hunter Chukchek due up here for the Red Raiders. Hitters 9, 1, and 2. And Tyler Hawk's gotten off to a nice start this season. Already a home run for Hawk. Driven in 4 runs, .250 average. Junior center fielder for Uniontown. Zane Griffithson has given up a couple of base runners, but yet to yield a hit. Yet to see a hit so far this afternoon on either side. First pitch here to Hawk. And therefore a strike 0-1. We had a similar situation on Saturday as well with that Laurel Highlands Bell Vernon game. Went a while before we saw a hit in that contest. And Hawk went a chasing there at a pitch in the dirt. Now 0-2 counts. Griffithson to Hawk. A wind and fire the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball sent foul. Count remains 0-2. And the Red Raiders coming in 4-2 in the conference, 6-2 overall. West Mifflin just one conference loss. That came in a split against Bell Vernon. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Tyler Hawk chased a high fastball there from Zane Griffithson. So you look at Griffithson's numbers so far, 5 strikeouts in this game. Red Raiders with 3 base runners. Hunter Chukchek got on via an error. And Tate Musco and Colton Sparks walked in that top half of the first inning, but Chukchek was caught stealing, which kind of aided West Mifflin's defensive ability to get out of the inning. Did not allow Uniontown an opportunity to get any of those base runners around as Christian Thomas takes the first pitch for ball 1 from Zane Griffithson. Thomas, one of those strikeout victims, struck out swinging back in the first inning. Takes another pitch here as the count moves to 2-0. Thomas coming in with a 190 average. Expect that average to go up here over the second half of the season. 2-0 pitch on the way. Thomas taking another one. The count moves to 3-0 as Uniontown looks for a base runner here in a scoreless game. Bottom of the third inning. West Mifflin and Uniontown from Bailey Park. Now the 3-0, Griffithson to Christian Thomas. And therefore a strike. Thomas appeared to be taking the entire way. Moves the count now to 3-1. Now the 3-1 pitch, another fastball. Swing and a miss from Christian, and we'll go full of 3-2. Red Raider head coach Kenny Musco coaching third. Sending some signs down to Christian. 3-2 pitch on the way, high for ball 4, and Uniontown another base runner. Christian Thomas aboard with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third inning with Hunter Chukchek coming to the plate. Thomas will run for himself. No courtesy runner in this situation for the pitcher. Again, Chukchek had a ground ball to short that was bobbled by Jake Walker, who was unable to regain and got on via an error in the first inning. From the stretch, Chukchek look over his shoulder, checking Thomas, and he'll throw over that way. Head first slide back in safely. You have third baseman Bert Kowalski playing in, possibly expecting a bunt here from Chukchek. Thinking the Red Raiders might play a little small ball here in the bottom of the third inning in a scoreless game. Now from the stretch again, Griffithson checking Christian Thomas. And if the Red Raiders can get a couple of wins this week over West Mifflin, certainly brings the Titans back to the pack in the conference. And the Mustangs would certainly like that crosstown as well, helping their chances at a conference title. Laurel Highlands' only 2 conference losses came against West Mifflin. They've reeled off 6 straight wins. West Mifflin coming into play today at 7-1 in the conference. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands at 4-2. At last check, Laurel Highlands up over Greensburg-Salem 6-2. Next pitch, missed there, throw down to second, and for the second time in this game, the catcher Corey Kujai with a throw out at second. This time Christian Thomas caught stealing for the second out of the inning. And now 2 down. And you still have Zane Griffithson working to Hunter Chukchek. I don't think Kenny Musco liked that call over at second base. No, he's just going to talk to Hunter. I was maybe saying a word to the home plate umpire, but it looked like that was a pretty good call down at second. Kujai, good arm. Now the next pitch here to Chukchek. Fastball hit hard on the ground to second. Should be routine there. Ryan Lang to first in time to Eric Link to retire Hunter Chukchek 4-3. So we've played 3 innings, still without a hit on either side. Haven't had a run scored on either side. Go to the top of the 4th scoreless here on the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Essential MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
Marketing communications is an essential part of every business, but identifying an effective marketing strategy can be tricky. If you're interested in growing your business but unsure of where to start, contact Essential MARCOM to begin the discussion. From business and product naming to logo design, website development, and social media, Essential MARCOM collaborates with local startups and existing businesses to maximize customer reach. Learn more about the Essential MARCOM capabilities and view their portfolio at essentialmarcom.com. That's ESSENTIALMARCOM.com, or by contacting Dana at essentialmarcom.com.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated, where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor, outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
Going on now at Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarborChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMS for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 tax rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Moving down to the top of the 4th inning here at Bailey Park. Uniontown and West Mifflin scoreless so far. Top of the order for the West Mifflin Titans. They've been retired in order so far in this game. Zane Griffithson, Jake Walker, and Devin Matey due up. Zane Griffithson struck out looking first time up. Sophomore pitcher came into the game with a .421 average, a homer and 8 RBIs. Christian Thomas starting his 4th inning of work on the mound here for the Red Raiders. Wind and fire the first pitch, and first pitch swinging popped up down the first base line in foul territory. The catch made by Austin Grego, the second baseman, for the first out of this top half of the 4th inning. A good communication there from Uniontown defensively, with Grego calling off Tate Musco to make the grab. And I'll bring up Jake Walker, the shortstop. Senior batting .400 with 6 RBIs. Grounded out 4-3 first time up. Christian Thomas, another long look in. First pitch here to Jake Walker, fastball. A little inside for ball 1. Again, tomorrow we'll have Laurel Highlands and Greensburg-Salem for you here on WMBS. It'll also be on the South Union Township Sports Network and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Those two teams locked in a 6-2 game in favor of Laurel Highlands. That game a little behind ours. just the end of the second inning. I thank Frank Kula for his updates there. Mustangs put 6 runs on the board in the top of the first this afternoon against Greensburg-Salem. Good to see the Mustangs getting the bats going. Now, step off here from Christian Thomas. And we have one out in the top of the fourth. Scoreless West Mifflin and Uniontown from Bailey Park. Have to thank our good buddy Mookie John for helping us out a lot with some of the setup here today, along with Mr. Walkos. All the staff for the Uniontown City, Mayor Bill Gerke, City Council, getting us some power for Uniontown and West Mifflin today. Joe Walco's doing a nice job with all the fields down here at Bailey Park this season as well. Thomas now set with the next pitch to Jake Walker. That one fouled off into the netting. Held a big community cleanup day down here this past Saturday. The park is looking nice. Great to see the whole community getting together to clean up the area. Added some new composting and recycling centers inside the city as well. Again, the sheepskin trail being built right in the outfield here at Bailey Park. Thomas now set with the next pitch here to Jake Walker. It's on the way. Fastball misses low. West Mifflin without a base runner so far in this game. Haven't had a hit on either side. Red Raiders, though, have had 4 base runners. 3 with walks and 1 via an error. Next pitch here to Walker, alone in the dirt. Have to think somewhere down the line, a new scoreboard here at Bailey Park would certainly be in the designs as they try to make some improvements. And that pitch, a called strike 3. And Thomas freezing Jake Walker for the second out of the inning. 3rd strikeout so far for Thomas. Now 18 strikeouts for Thomas so far this season. He's walked only 6. So Devin Matey now at the plate. He flew out to Eric Odom in right first time up. Matey came into the game with a .400 average and 9 RBIs. Thomas's first pitch here to Matey. Inside for ball 1. Red Raiders were charging, expecting a bunt. Matey laid one down in foul territory last time. And he's showing bunt here again. You've Dean all the way in at third. Now he'll pull back and try to swing away, and he'll pop it up. This could be trouble. And moving over from right field, making the grab there, Eric Odom for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Red Raiders defensively, 4 perfect innings so far. West Mifflin and Uniontown scoreless, heading to the bottom of the 4th here on the C.R. Brana Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Central MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
With branches in Markleysburg, Connellsville, Hopwood, Uniontown, and Perryopolis, Somerset Trust Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. We invite you to stop by and experience the Somerset Trust Company difference. Local decision-making, convenient locations, extended hours, award-winning online and mobile banking, and more. Somerset Trust Company, community banking worth talking about. Branches and ATMs throughout Fayette County.
On On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peachin Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peachin Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peachin Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Moving down to the bottom of the fourth inning, Tate Musco, Colton Sparks, and Clay Dean due up for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Zane Griffithson has yet to give up a hit so far in this game for the West Mifflin Titans. Griffithson with 5 strikeouts, has issued 3 walks. Red Raiders with 4 base runners so far. Haven't got one, though, past second base. Tate Musco, one of the Red Raiders who walked back in the first inning. Sophomore looking for his first hit of the season. Does have a couple of RBIs. Bats from the left side against the righty Griffithson. And Zane set to go. First pitch here to Musco. High for ball 1. A 1-0 counts. Griffithson back on the hill. Wind blowing out right now. It's been breezy throughout the course of the afternoon. Called strike there to even up the count at 1-1. Griffithson to Tate Musco. Again, likely blowing in some of that precipitation we're expected to see in the area later on tonight. Now the 1-1. Griffithson to Musco. Another fastball, this one missing outside. Takes the count to 2-1. Most of the rain, though, expected to end by tomorrow morning. And hopefully they can get all the fields ready for high school baseball. Shouldn't be a problem, though, for Uniontown and West Mifflin tomorrow, playing on the artificial surface at West Mifflin High School. Called strike 2 there on Tate Musco. Takes the count to 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Griffithson to Musco. Called strike 3. Now 6 strikeouts for Zane Griffithson so far this afternoon, and we have 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Again, game still scoreless. That'll bring up Colton Sparks. Sparks wearing number 69. Senior catcher. Came into the game with a .333 average and 3 RBIs. Walked first time up. First pitch here, swing and a miss from Colton Sparks. Counted 0-1. Now Colton stepping back in. Ready here with the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground. A little block down there from Bert Kowalski. Throw over to first in time to retire Sparks 5-3. Good job there from Kowalski. Wasn't able to make the play initially, but able to knock it down, regain, and get the throw over to Eric Link in time to retire Sparks for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Clay Dean, number 33, junior third baseman for the Red Raiders, batting .294 with 3 RBIs. Struck out looking first time up. Talking things over with head coach Kenny Musco. Again, without a hit on either side as we work here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Very similar to what we saw during Saturday's Laurel Highlands Bell Vernon game. In fact, it took the Mustangs until the 6th inning to break up that no-no on Saturday. Ended up winning the game 4-1. Dean took the first pitch for ball 1. Now the 1-0 misses low and no, actually catches the corner there low and outside. To even up the count at 1-1. Now the 1-1 on the way, breaking ball. Called strike 2. 1-2 now. Griffithson to Dean. And now the 1-2 pitch. Coming back with the fastball is Griffithson. That one missed low below the knees. Count now even at 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. High and in tight on that fastball. We're full at 3-2 as the Red Raiders look for a base runner with 2 outs here in a scoreless game, bottom of the 4th inning. He's Dean making Griffithson throw some pitches here in the bottom of the 4th. 3-2 pitch on the way, and Dean pops this one up in foul territory on the right side. He'll go over the fence and out of play. Bouncing around the bleachers. The count remains full of 3-2. In our schedule here on WMBS the rest of the week, Gary Frankhauser will join me tomorrow for the Laurel Highlands-Greensburg-Salem game. And coming up on Friday, we're back here at Bailey. Tony Hinola will join me for Mount Pleasant and Uniontown. And that pitch high and inside for ball 4. So on the 3-2 pitch, Zane Griffithson walks Clayton Dean. And Dean becomes the 5th base runner of the afternoon for Uniontown without a hit in the 4th walk that Griffithson has issued. So you have Griffithson now with 6 strikeouts and 4 walks so far in the game, with Eric Odom coming to the plate. Odom, the senior right fielder, came into the game with a 200 average, struck out swinging first time up to lead off the bottom of the 2nd inning. Are we going to get a change here? We get a courtesy runner coming on. This would actually be a pinch runner, since Dean is playing third base. And we actually have 2 20s on our roster. It's either Austin Thomas or Tyler Gasper. Our roster has 2 number 20s on it. Thomas, a freshman, and Gasper, a sophomore. So we'll have to double check that in between innings. Nonetheless, Odom at the plate with a courtesy runner on first. And a fastball there misses for ball 1. So the Red Raiders trying to take advantage in a scoreless game. They have a base runner. Let's see if they can bring him home after Clay Dean's walk. 1-0 on the way. Well-hit ball there. The gap in right center. No drop in front and then get by the center fielder, Devin Matey. The courtesy runner rounding third on his way to the plate. We're going to have a play at home plate and out at home. Red Raiders had to be aggressive. Runs tough to come by this afternoon, but Matey, after letting it get by him out in center field, able to regain, get the throw in, and the Red Raiders courtesy runner called out at home to end the inning. So we're still scoreless after 4. Uniontown and West Mifflin here on the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Essential MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
PENN Residential is a human services agency providing around-the-clock services and supports for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Their residential homes are located in local communities to offer residents quality care while also encouraging autonomy. They're a fast-growing company offering rewarding employment opportunities to direct support professionals interested in making positive impacts in the lives of others. DSP positions start at $16 an hour and will receive a full benefit package after 90 days. For more information about current career opportunities, visit PennResidentialInc.com/career.
Going on now at Field Chevy East.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 tax rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-668-2231.
Casey's now offers a sit-down banquet hall at 65 Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown and can seat up to 50 people with kitchen facilities available. Bring your own food or let Casey's fine staff cater it for you. A perfect intimate setting for your small affair, such as showers, reunions, or after funeral dinners. For all information, phone 724-550-4126. That's 724-550-4126. 724-550-4126 for Casey's Sports Cafe.
Back here at Bailey Park, moving to the top of the 5th inning. This game's still scoreless. Uniontown and West Mifflin. We get confirmation in between innings. That last courtesy runner was Tyler Gasper, not Austin Thomas, who was out at home. But I think the Red Raiders certainly had to be aggressive in that situation. In a scoreless game, got an opportunity. First hit of the afternoon. And he had some clutch hitting there from Eric Odom, setting up the situation where the Red Raiders had an opportunity to try to drive in a run. Derek Kleinhand's now at the plate. Titans haven't had a base runner yet in this game as Christian Thomas has been perfect on the mound, trying to continue that trend here in the top half of the 5th inning with Kleinhand's fouling that one off. Kleinhand's coming in with a .452 average, has homered once, has driven in 7 runs so far this season. Senior right fielder for the West Mifflin Titans. And Thomas now getting refocused. Thomas long look in here to Colton Sparks. Now he'll step off. Count 1-1. Titans 7-1 in the conference. Uniontown tied for second with Laurel Highlands at 4-2. By the way, the Mustangs up 6-3 right now over Greensburg-Salem. That game through 3. That's a called strike 3. I had the count wrong. It was 0-2, not 1-1. Red Raiders will take it. And for Christian Thomas, that's his 4th strikeout of the afternoon. And we have 1 out here in the top half of the 5th. With Eric Link now coming to the plate. Link was one of those strikeout victims back in the 2nd inning. Senior first baseman with a .471 average and 12 RBIs. Had some of those late strike calls from our home plate umpire, and at times I get screened out by the third base coach. So I missed that first called strike there on Kleinhand's. Nonetheless, an out recorded here in this top half of the 5th inning. Again, Link with that .471 average. She's been dynamic at the plate. Takes a big cut there, swing and a miss on the first pitch from Christian Thomas. Now Thomas, long look in. Taking his time. 0-1 on the way, low and in the dirt. Evens up the count at 1-1. Going to see our good buddy Cricket out at the game today. Cricket Giacchetti here, taking in the action. Said he heard the game on the radio today, decided to come out and watch a little high school baseball. Now Thomas again stepping off. Thomas and Link playing some mind games right now. Wind and fire the 1-1. A little low. Takes us to 2-1 now. Thomas to Link. Again, West Mifflin without a base runner so far this afternoon. Red Raiders have been solid in the field. Nice grabs out there in the left from Tanner Uphold today as well. Now 2-1 on the way. Fastball sent foul. Takes us even at 2-2. And I'll have Gary Frankhauser with me tomorrow for Laurel Highlands and Greensburg-Salem. Tony Hanula with me on Friday for the Uniontown Mount Pleasant game here at Bailey. It'll be senior day for the Red Raiders. Two and two now. Thomas to Link. Pitch on the way. Another fastball, and Link pops it up. Red Raiders should be able to make this play. It's Grego, the second baseman, getting under it, making the grab for the second out of the inning. And I'll bring up Bert Kowalski, junior third baseman with a .296 average and 5 RBIs. Kowalski with one of those fly ball outs to Tanner Uphold in left field to end the second inning. Thomas, another long look in. Here to Kowalski. Wind and fire the first pitch. And Kowalski, well hit ball into right. And Eric Odom able to make the grab for the third out of the inning. So the Red Raiders defensively perfect through 5. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Uniontown and West Mifflin scoreless here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Amy's Quilt Room, and Essential MARCOM.
Amy's Quilt Room is a full-service quilt room located in Uniontown, offering retail goods and an ample sewing classroom, welcoming sewers of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced. If you're enthusiastic about sewing, you may even want to consider joining the Quilty Pleasures Quilt Club at Amy's Quilt Room. You'll stitch fabric in friendship with every project. For more information, visit amysquiltroom.com or stop in to see them at 20 West Penn Street, Uniontown. Amy's Quilt Room, a fresh and modern twist to a timeless tradition. PENN Residential is a human services agency providing around-the-clock services and supports for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Their residential homes are located in local communities to offer residents quality care while also encouraging autonomy. They're a fast-growing company offering rewarding employment opportunities to direct support professionals interested in making positive impact in the lives of others. DSP positions start at $16 an hour and will receive a full benefit package after 90 days. For more information about current career opportunities, visit PennResidentialInc.com/careers.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Back here at Bailey Park in Uniontown, what a pitcher's duel this afternoon between Zane Griffithson and Christian Thomas. Only one hit so far in this game. That was Eric Odom with a single in the bottom of the fourth inning. Red Raiders try to send the courtesy runner Tyler Gasper to home. And Gasper called out at home after the ball snuck by center fielder Devin Matey. And again, Matey with a nice regain after the initial bobble to make the play defensively for West Mifflin. And it wasn't really even close at home plate. But the Red Raiders back at it again. Austin Grego, Wyatt Nails, and Tyler Hawk here in the home half of the fifth. Trying to get a run around. Still scoreless. The first pitch misses for ball one here to Austin Grego. Grego, flew out to right fielder Derek Kleinhans. First time up back in the second inning. Sophomore coming in with just an .067 average. Strike there from Griffithson to even up the count at 1-1. A lot of talented underclassmen on this Uniontown team. 1-1 pitch from Griffithson, misses low and outside. 2-1 now, Griffithson to Grego. You'd have to think just a matter of time before one of these teams is able to get a run across. 2-1 on the way. Check swing, Grego didn't go. Pitch misses for ball three. 3-1 now. Griffithson to Grego. The only knock on Griffithson so far today, he's yielded 4 walks, trying to avoid his fifth, and can't do it. 3-1 pitch misses for ball four. And Uniontown with a leadoff base runner here to start the bottom half of the fifth inning, and Austin Grego. That'll bring up Wyatt Nails. Mention Wyatt now, 0 for 9 at the plate so far this season, looking for his first hit, and boy, this would be a big time to get it. Talking things over with head coach Kenny Musco. Then we're getting another pinch runner here. This will be a pinch runner situation. We'll check the number here. Number 1, not on our roster. Hang on just a second. Try to get that for. Try to get the name. Number 1, not on our roster. Nonetheless, you got Wyatt Nails at the plate, showing bunt. Throw over to first. Head first slide back safely. Coach Musco looking for some speed with these pinch runners. Zane Griffithson look over at first. Next pitch on the way, and therefore a strike. And we have the roster the school provided to us. And again, we had a couple of double numbers with Austin Thomas and Tyler Gasper. No number 1 on the roster we received from the school. So we're trying to do the best we can with the guys that are out there. And we're trying to track down who that courtesy runner is at first. Again, showing bunt. In at third, and now runner going. Throw down to second, goes into center field. Runner will hold his position at second. And Uniontown, the runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Again, that's a pinch runner for Austin Grego at second. And Wyatt Nails at the plate. Zane Griffithson on the mound here for West Mifflin. Looking for the game's first run. Griffithson looked back at second, and now head coach Kenny Musco coming out with time being called. Have a little talk here with the base runner. We got confirmation that's Thomas Rankin, number 1, as the courtesy runner. We appreciate the Red Raider parent or fan that was listening to our broadcast in the stands letting me know. So Thomas Rankin wearing number 1 on second base. Wyatt Nails at the plate. Will throw back to second. Head first slide back safely there from Rankin. So Uniontown with their best opportunity of the game to plate a run. And we're scoreless bottom of the 5th. West Mifflin and Uniontown. Titans swept the season series last year. Next pitch, a little low to Wyatt Nails. Now the Titans repositioning the defense here a little bit with the pinch runner Thomas Rankin on second. A little glance back there from Griffithson. He'll throw back that way, and it goes in. That was a fake throw. Fake throw. They faked the throw over, trying to get it out, and you give Rankin a lot of credit there. Staying on the bag. They faked the overthrow. Griffithson never released it. And the Red Raiders not taking the bait. Griffiths another look back at second. Delivers the next pitch to Nails. Breaking ball. Missed again. I think we're full now, 3-2. Waiting for an updated count there from the home plate umpire. Had a couple of situations here and some throwovers. Next pitch on the way. Well, that misses again. Again, the home plate umpire is not giving us a signal there. And again, we're positioned down in left field today. Sometimes getting screened out by the respective third base coaches on some of the balls and strike calls. Next pitch, and this ball well hit. Into right center field, going all the way back to the wall. Thomas Rankin will score on the play. Relay coming in, and a stand-up double for Wyatt Nails. His first hit of the season, an RBI double to center field. Driving in the pinch runner, Thomas Rankin. And Uniontown takes a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. So what a way to strike for Uniontown. You had Griffithson, who had a no-hitter going until Eric Odom broke that up in the bottom half of the 4th. And now Uniontown coming through again here in the 5th. We're going to have an infield meeting here with West Mifflin head coach Jeff Kuzma coming out to talk to Zane Griffithson. Red Raiders now leading 1-0. Bottom half of the 5th inning. We'll have another. This will be another pinch runner. Brody Pavlico to run here for Nails. So Coach Kenny using his whole bench here, letting a lot of these guys run, again, in these pinch runner situations. With the re-entry rule, if Nails would re-enter, then Pavlico couldn't come back into the game. Now the umpire is coming out to break up this infield meeting. Again, nobody out, bottom half of the fifth inning. Uniontown striking first, RBI double from Wyatt Nails. Driving in the pinch runner, Thomas Rankin, for the game's first run. And they'll stick with the Griffithson right now. You'll have Tyler Hawk coming to the plate. Laurel Highlands now leading 7-3 over Greensburg-Salem. End of the fourth there in Westmoreland County tonight. Tyler Hawk at the plate has already homered once so far this season, driven in 4 runs. And you have Brody Pavlico, the pinch runner, now at second. And fouling off the first pitch there is Hawk. Again, the Red Raiders will travel to West Mifflin coming up tomorrow. Back at home here against Mount Pleasant for their senior day game on Friday. 4 o'clock start. We're scheduled to have it for you here on WMBS. 0-1 now. Griffithson to Hawk. Now we'll look back at second. Hawk showing bunt. Pulls back. Pitching there for a strike. Now 0-2. Boy, if the Red Raiders could hold on here today, that would bring the whole pack back into play in the conference. And Laurel Highlands would be very thankful as well. Now 2 strikes on Tyler Hawk. Uniontown a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the fifth. Nobody out. 0-2 pitch to Hawk. Hawk stays alive, fouling it off here on the near side. Goes onto the softball field, which is quiet tonight. And 2 strikes remain now on Tyler Hawk. And the good news for Uniontown here in this bottom of the fifth, nobody out, and they're making Zane Griffithson throw a lot of pitches, and they've already gotten a run across. Again, the 2-strike pitch here to Tyler Hawk from Zane Griffithson. Breaking ball hit on the ground to third. Looking back, the runner is linked. Now they're going to get the courtesy runner Pavlico in a rundown here between second and third. He'll go back to second with no throw. And you'll have runners on first and second now with nobody out. Boy, that couldn't have worked out any better for Uniontown. Probably have to score that a fielder's choice. Trying to make the play. And now Christian Thomas, top of the order, due up. We're going to have a pitching change for West Mifflin. So that'll be it for Griffithson. Second visit to the mound this half inning. And one of the Titan aces exiting the game. And the new pitcher will be Devin Matey coming in from center field. We'll be back to tell you about Matey right after this. Pitching change. Uniontown up 1-0 over West Mifflin here on the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Amy's Quilt Room, and Essential MARCOM.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Going on now at Arthur Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit charbourchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 tax rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Sam Davis was a gift from heaven. He knows the law and the court system unlike anyone else I've ever met or seen. Sam helped me get through the federal court system with the best possible outcome.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We have been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
Well, we thought it was going to be Devin Matey coming in to pitch. Turns out it's going to be Jake Walker. Walker making his 5th appearance of the season, wearing number 1, 1-0 record. Look at Walker's numbers. Mainly has been used in short inning relief. Has worked 6 innings, given up 3 hits, has yet to yield a run or an earned run. Has struck out 6 and walked 4, facing 23 batters so far this season. And he'll be facing Christian Thomas here with runners on first and second for Uniontown. One runner already across here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The courtesy runner, Thomas Rankin, scoring on the RBI double from Wyatt Nails. And now you have runners on first and second. Brody Pavlico at second. Tyler Hawk at first. And Christian Thomas at the plate. Thomas struck out swinging first time up, walked and was caught stealing during his second at-bat in the 3rd inning. And Thomas showing bunt here, fouls it off. Did Walker, who was the shortstop, coming out. Bert Kowalski, who was playing third, now playing short. Devin Matey coming in from center field. He's playing third base. And Zane Griffithson moving out to center. There's a bunt laid down, goes right back to the pitcher. He'll get the force out at third. So heads up play there, Jake Walker going over to Matey, getting the lead runner. And goes 1-5 on the fielder's choice. And runners still on first and second with 1 out. And Hunter Chukchek coming to the plate. So as we're going through those defensive changes, Zane Griffithson now in center field. Hunter Chukchek, first pitch swinging here, high fly ball, and it'll go in that direction. Catch made there by Griffithson. Runners hold for Uniontown defensively with a quick relay coming in, and just like that, 2 outs here in the inning as Jake Walker's come in and really settled things down for the West Mifflin Titans defensively after the Red Raiders scored the game's first run. So you have Mike Lydon still in the left, now Zane Griffithson in center and Derek Kleinhans in right. Devin Matey playing third. Bert Kowalski now playing short, Lang playing second, Link playing first, Walker on the mound, and Kujai still catching. And for Uniontown, Tate Musco now at the plate. Batting from the left side, runners on first and second. Now 2 outs as we work here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. A 1-0 lead for Uniontown over West Mifflin. Walker's first pitch to Musco, swing and a miss from the lefty. Counted 0-1. For West Mifflin in the top half of the 6th, they'll have Mike Lydon, Ryan Lang, and Corey Kujai due up. Remember, the Titans have yet to have a base runner in this game. Christian Thomas on the mound for Uniontown has been perfect so far. Next pitch here, a ground ball from Musco. Play made by Eric Link. 3 unassisted for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Red Raiders pick up a run and will move to the top half of the 6th, 1-0. Uniontown over West Mifflin here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day. Broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Essential MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Are you a small business owner who needs marketing help? Whether you're seeking a marketing professional to partner with on an ongoing basis or need assistance with a specific project, you'll want the expertise found at Essential MARCOM. Essential MARCOM specializes in working with clients to build brands and establish effective messaging to reach customers. Whether you're starting up or expanding your business or need guidance on naming, logo design, website development, or how to effectively use social media, contact Dana at Essential MARCOM. Dana's experience spans 18 years and includes working with local businesses as well as national and international brands on various types of marketing projects. Learn more about Essential MARCOM's capabilities and view their portfolio at EssentialMarcom.com. That's EssentialMarcom.com or email Dana at EssentialMarcom.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Mike Lyden, Ryan Lang, and Corey Kujai due up here for the West Mifflin Titans. Titans now trail at 1-0, top half of the sixth inning. Christian Thomas has been perfect so far on the mound for the Uniontown Red Raiders. He finishes up his last couple warm-up tosses. Mike Lyden flew out to left field, and Tanner Uphold, first time up back in the third inning. By the way, Laurel Highlands, of course, playing this afternoon up at Greensburg-Salem. Mustangs a 7-3 lead over the Golden Lions, end of the fifth. So Michael Lyden leading things off here for West Mifflin. Christian Thomas and Uniontown defensively trying to stay perfect. You have Clay Dean in at third a little bit here, maybe expecting a bunt. He's going to show bunts. Thomas's pitch pulling back is Lyden. It's in there for a strike, 0-1. Red Raiders appear to have this game pretty well scouted. Picking up on a lot of Titan tendencies. So far, it's paid dividends. Thomas is 0-1 here to Mike Lyden. Low and in the dirt. Evens up the count at 1-1. Thomas regrouping again. Wind and fire the 1-1. Lyden showing bunt. Red Raiders charging. Pitch missed low. Count now 2-1. Thomas can be deliberate at times, but you can't question that at all with the results that he's put forth not only today but so far this season in his Red Raider career. Get a fresh baseball from catcher Colton Sparks. Lyden stepping back in. The count's 2-1. Christian Thomas to Michael Lyden. Thomas will wind and fire the 2-1. Fastball swing and a miss from Lyden. Takes us even at 2-2. Thomas still looking strong as we work here in the top half of the sixth. Now the 2-2. Thomas long looking. Set to go. 2-2 pitch on the way. Lyden stays alive, fouling it off. 4 strikeouts so far this afternoon for Christian Thomas. Looking at another one. West Mifflin without a base runner so far. What's more impressive from Thomas is just the fact he's doing this against an extremely strong West Mifflin team. And again, Lyden stays alive, another foul ball. You have this kind of performance through 5 innings, impressive no matter who you're playing against, but they even taken up another level here against a West Mifflin team that's proven year in and year out to be a contender. In fact, right now, the section leaders. Only 1 conference loss so far this year. Thomas will wind and fire again. Lyden staying alive, another foul ball and a check swing. Count remains 2-2. Brian Morozak along with you. Jerry Dupay behind the camera. Nice to have you along with us for a Monday afternoon of high school baseball action. Section 3 4A action. West Mifflin at Uniontown. Thomas again, 2-2 here to Mike Lydon. Breaking ball, Lydon golfing at it, trying to stay alive, setting it foul on the right side over the fence and out of play. The count remains at 2-2. So Lydon at least making Thomas throw some pitches here in the top half of the sixth. And Lydon stepping back in. Thomas set again with a 2-2 to Mike Lydon. Line and fire. Missed a little low. Now we're full of 3-2. And nobody out here, top of the sixth. 1-0 lead for Uniontown. Titans looking for their first base runner. If Thomas can't find the strike zone here, they'll get it. Again, Lydon struggled a bit at the plate so far this season, batting just .077. See if Thomas can throw him a strike here. Make him put the ball in play. Payoff pitch, Thomas to Lydon. It's on the way and inside for ball 4. So the perfect game broken up with Mike Lydon walking here to start the top half of the sixth inning. That gives West Mifflin a little juice, a little life. Ryan Lang now coming to the plate. Clayton Dean coming in at third, expecting a bunt. Lang sent a bunt last time in Thomas's direction. Watch for Lydon to possibly take off at first as well. Dean charging all the way in at third now as Thomas steps off. Now Lang a righty, if he squares away, he'll be sent on that one right at possibly Dean over at third. Here we go, pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Our first strike here on Ryan Lang. Counted 0-1. Lydon just about a step, maybe step and a half lead off first. A step off again there from Christian Thomas. Again, Lane came into the game just a 161 average with 2 RBIs. I've seen a lot of mind games being played between these two teams. 0-1 pitch, low in the dirt. Good block there from Colton Sparks. Count at 1-1. Lang gearing up. Long looking again from Thomas. Glance over his shoulder over at Lydon over at first. Next pitch on the way, low and outside. Takes us to 2-1. The Titans making Christian Thomas work here in the top half of the sixth inning. Now a little discussion here between Colton Sparks and Christian Thomas. Your pitching coach Joe LaPresta coming out as well. I settle down Christian. Big spot in this game. Uniontown a 1-0 lead. Trying to take care of business. Still looking for the first out of this top half of the sixth. Joe LaPresta, experienced pitching coach. Both Coach LaPresta and Jimmy Burns credited with the offseason improvements that we've seen from this Uniontown program. Brian Lang stepping back in. Titans still without a hit in this game. You know, the perfect game's gone. Thomas again, another look over his shoulder. Next pitch, low in the dirt, blocked there by Sparks. Count now 3-1. A big spot here against Ryan Lang, batting from the 8th position. The Titans batting order. They're starting to wear down Christian Thomas a little bit. Now showing bunts once again is Lang. 3-1 pitch on the way, and therefore a strike, and we go full of 3-2. And 4 strikeouts so far in this game for Christian Thomas. Looking for number 5 here on Ryan Lang. It'll get a little tougher after Ryan. And Thomas again steps off. Now we'll throw over to first, and picked off at first is Mike Lydon. They got Lydon going back towards taking a little bit of a lead. And boy, is that huge. So the Titans' first base runner of the game, Mike Lydon, picked off for the first outs of this top half of the 6th inning. Wow. Now the base is empty as Thomas continues to work here to Ryan Lang. They get a swing and a miss, strike 3 for the second out of the inning. So just like that, 2 quick outs for Uniontown defensively. They pick off Lydon, and you got to credit, that was all Christian Thomas on the pickoff. Then on a big 3-2 pitch, setting down Ryan Lang for his 5th strikeout. Again, the no-hitter still intact. Corey Kujai coming to the plate, the sophomore catcher. Thomas will wind and fire on the first pitch. A little low to Corey Kujai. Count at 1-0. Again, they really have Kujai well positioned in the batting order at number 9. He's batting .296, but I think the mindset there is Kujai is so productive at the plate. And we're going through the order for the second and third time. You can get some production there and then let the guys at the top of the order drive him around. Again, Kujai had a nice series against Laurel Highlands earlier on this season. And great behind the plate. We've seen a couple of throwouts from the catcher position as well so far this afternoon. Next pitch to Kujai. And therefore a strike to even up the count at 1-1. Red Raiders will look for insurance from Colton Sparks, Clay Dean, and Eric Odom in the bottom half of the inning. Now Thomas is 1-1 to Corey Kujai. And Kujai, well hit ball over the head of the second baseman Austin Grego. And he'll be set in there from the right fielder Eric Odom. So there goes the no-no. And with 2 outs here in the inning, now the top of the order in Zane Griffithson. Now the Red Raiders hope those will be insurance runs that they could possibly produce in the bottom half of the inning. You have Griffithson from the top of the order, struck out looking back in the first inning and popped up to Austin Grego, the second baseman, in the 4th. So the perfect game gone, the no-no gone. Here in the top of the 6th, Red Raiders still trying to hang on to the shutout. Griffithson, lefty at the plate against the righty Christian Thomas. Thomas from the stretch. First pitch to Griffithson, swing and a miss, strike 1. Now check that, Griffithson batting from the right side. Way he initially lined up. Blocked out a little bit by the third base coach. He was lined up as a lefty. Of course, he throws right. Now step off here from Christian Thomas. Sun totally behind the clouds right now. Darkened up a little bit here at Bailey Park. Aren't expecting any precipitation until well after sunset tonight. Next pitch to Griffithson, called strike 2. 2 strikes now on Zane Griffithson. With 2 outs here in the top half of the 6th. And Uniontown leading 1-0. Now Thomas looking to close things out. 2-strike pitch to Griffithson. It's on the way. Fastball, and that one is nubbed fair. Goes right back to Thomas. Throw over to first in time. Routine play there to Tate Musco to retire Griffithson to get out of the inning. And we'll head to the bottom half of the sixth. Uniontown still leading 1-0 here on the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Day. Broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Central MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
General Dentist Dr. Edward L. Wpial Jr. treats children, teens, and adults of all ages. Dr. Wpial performs all phases of general dentistry, including crowns and bridges, partials, full dentures, comprehensive orthodontics, root canals, bonded white fillings, dental implants to replace missing teeth and to stabilize loose-fitting dentures, and comprehensive exams and cleanings. Dr. Wpial's office is located on the National Pike, 1 mile west of the mall on Route 40. Call him up at 724-439-1616 for Dr. Edward L. Wpial, Jr.
Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in.
John Clinton from 40 Uniontown. Now, I've heard that April showers bring May flowers, but how about new vehicles? Well, I guess that's just wishful thinking. So don't get left out in the storm. Stop, click, or call our friendly staff and let us explain our reservation program. First, we go over, in detail, vehicles that we have inbound. Then we go over all the incentives and pricing. If you have a trade, we do an on-the-spot trade appraisal. We make a deal, and when your vehicle arrives, pick it up. It's easy like Sunday morning. If you have a bit more time, we're happy to place a factory order just for you. And I know you've all heard about historic used vehicle values, so don't miss out. And speaking of used vehicles, we have more than 80 on the lot, and most are certified with factory warranties. That's President Award-winning 40 Uniontown. Top of the hill across from Applebee's or 40uniontown.com.
Colton Sparks, Clay Dean, and Eric Odom due up for the Red Raiders here in the home half of the sixth. Seems like forever since the Red Raiders were at the plate. Jake Walker will start his second inning of work. Came on in relief of Zane Griffithson after the Red Raiders scored the game's first run on an RBI double from Wyatt Nails, who drove in the courtesy runner, Thomas Rankin, running for Austin Grego, who led off that bottom half of the fifth inning with a walk. Uniontown sent 6 men to the plate in that bottom of the fifth inning, and Colton Sparks will lead off this bottom of the sixth. First pitch low into the dirt from Jake Walker. Count 0-1. Sparks walked back in the first inning, grounded out 5-3 in the fourth. Now the 1-0 here, Walker to Sparks. Fastball, Colton, a well-hit ball in the gap in left center, but moving over, making the grab, Zane Griffithson, the center fielder, for the first out of this bottom half of the sixth inning. Griffithson showing good range out there in center field, taking away what could have been an extra base hit from Colton Sparks. Now Clay Dean coming to the plate. Dean set up a scoring opportunity for Uniontown in the fourth inning. He'll take the first pitch here, low for ball one after a walk. Dean's courtesy runner, Tyler Gasper, was called out at home after Eric Odom broke up Zane Griffithson's no-hitter with a hit in the center field that was juggled by Devin Matey, and Matey was able to regain and get a relay in that got Gasper out at home. But now Dean ahead 2-0 here against Jake Walker. .20 pitch. Big time cut, swing and a miss there from Dean. Count moves to 2-1. Things cooling off now with the sun behind the clouds. Pretty steady wind out at Bailey Park on this Monday afternoon. Swing and a miss. We're even at 2-2 now. Walker to Dean. Again, the Titans down to their final 3 outs in the top half of the seventh inning, but they'll have Jake Walker, Devin Matey, and Derek Kleinhans coming to the plate, all three batting over .400. You'd have to assume you'd still have Christian Thomas starting the inning. Wes Mifflin did start to wear down Thomas a little bit. In that top of the sixth, last pitch was fouled off by Dean. Count still at 2-2, and another one fouled off there by Dean. So again, we stay at 2-2. It's quite a battle to start the game between Griffithson and Christian Thomas. Another 2-2 pitch now from Walker. Check swing to Dean go. Appeal down to first. First base umpire says he did. That's a strikeout for Jake Walker, his first of the game. Coming on in relief of Zane Griffithson. Now 2 outs. Griffithson had 5 strikeouts. And Eric Odom coming to the plate. Odom broke up Griffithson's no-hitter last time up. Swings and misses here at the first pitch from Jake Walker. Sun back out for the moment. 0-1. Called strike 2. Good breaking ball there from Walker. Walker's been solid since he came on in relief. Retired 3 straight Red Raiders in the 5th. Now 2 straight down here in the 6th. Another well-hit ball deep to center field. Backing up to the wall and making the catch. Zane Griffithson again, his second putout of this bottom of the 6th inning. So that'll do it for 6. 1-0. Uniontown over West Mifflin. Last chance for the Titans coming your way in the top of the 7th. Can the Red Raiders pull the upset here at home? We'll see when the C.R. Barada Group High School Sports Day returns. Broadcast presented by PENN Residential Essential, MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Filing for bankruptcy is not something that anyone wants to do. Good people sometimes run into hard times, and they need help. Hi, I'm Dan White with the law offices of Zebley, Mahalev & White, and I'm here to help. If you're faced with insurmountable debt and are out of options and you need help, give our office a call today. Allow us to help you understand your rights and options under the law. Filing bankruptcy is not the end of the road, and if you're struggling with debt, it very well could be a new beginning. So stop worrying and take action. Give our office a call today at 724-439-9200 or click on zeblaw.com for more information. Zebley, Mahalev & White, local attorneys helping local people. Let us help you fix your life.
Last chance for the West Mifflin Titans, and Jake Walker will lead things off. Walker 0 for 2 today. Came into the game with a .400 average and 6 RBIs. Started the game playing shortstop, now the relief pitcher for the West Mifflin Titans. Christian Thomas still on the hill for Uniontown. Walker fouls off the first pitch. Counted 0-1. Titans broke up Thomas's perfect game and no-hit bid in the top of the 6th inning. Mike Lydon walked to lead off the inning. Then Corey Kujai's single after Lydon was picked off first broke up the no-hitter. Now the Red Raiders looking for the shutout and a huge conference win. Thomas is 0-1 now to Walker. Low and in the dirt. Walker wasn't chasing that one. Count even at 1-1. Both of these teams dugouts into the game. Why wouldn't they be? Tight contest late here at Bailey Park. Titans down to their final 3 outs. Thomas is 1-1 to Jake Walker. Another long look in from Christian. He'll wind and fire. And Walker, well-hit ball in the gap in right center field. It'll go all the way back to the wall. Walker looking for extra bases. He has second. He's looking for third. Relay coming in. Throw down to third, not in time. Triple for Jake Walker to lead off the 7th. What a way to start the inning for the Titans. And boy, do they have momentum back. Now Devin Mady coming to the plate. Kenny Musco's coming out to talk to Christian Thomas. Let's see if the Red Raiders will make a move here. And again, you're going to have Mady coming up next, batting .400. Kleinhans behind him, batting .452. And Eric Link behind Kleinhans, batting .471. It's not going to be easy here in the top half of the 7th. And they're going to check first base, saying that Walker might not have touched the first base bag. It's the umpire saying he did. Now they're going to get together real quick. Boy, that would be something if he missed the first base bag. He threw it over and checked first just to make sure. Again, the Red Raiders with an infield meeting here, and it looks like the umps are going to let it go. The triple will stand from Walker. Nobody out, top of the 7th. Again, Thomas had a dynamic pickoff move on Mike Lydon in the 6th. Might he make a move over at third, but if you're Walker, why would you stray that far from the bag? Especially with nobody out here in the inning. He does represent the game-tying run. Go-ahead run at the plate in Devin Matey. Thomas remaining in the game, working from the stretch. Now he'll step off. You can certainly sense the Titans have the momentum right now, even though Uniontown has the lead. First pitch on the way, high and inside there to Matey. Matey, 2 fly ball outs. Both going out to Eric Odom and right. If he sent one in a similar direction, the game will likely be tied, as you have Walker with good speed down at third. Would likely score in a tag-up. Next pitch on the way, big-time cut, swing and a miss there from Matey. Count even at 1-1. And Thomas might have to do it with some strikeouts here. We don't have to worry about a bottom of the 7th inning. Count at 1-1. Again, you have Dean in slightly from third. 1-1 pitch on the way. Another big cut, swing and a miss, and the count at 1-2. Saying a strikeout here would be huge would be an understatement. Now the 1-2, Christian Thomas to Devin Matey. Again from the stretch. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. What a huge strikeout from Christian Thomas. And 1 down here in the top of the 7th. And Derek Kleinhans coming to the plate. Kleinhans batting .452. A homer and 7 RBIs. Wind blowing from right to left right now here at Bailey Park. Red Raiders 2 outs away from an upset win here at home. They almost had the Titans here last year. Had a lead going into the 7th. West Mifflin rallied back for a 7-6 win. First pitch a little low to Derek Kleinhans. Count at 1-0. And Thomas taking his time. Kleinhans flew out to left field and Uphold back in the 2nd, struck out looking in the 5th. Showing bunt here. That would be something, a little squeeze action. Lays it down. It'll go down the first baseline. Runner coming home. They sent it that way, and the call is safe at home. It was a bang-bang play. And the bunt successful. Kleinhans safe at first. Picks up an RBI, his 8th of the season, and Walker scores the game-tying run. Wow. So the game now tied at 1. And now at the plate, Eric Link. Link showing bunts. With 1 out here in the inning. And at third still is Clay Dean. So he will have a home half of the 7th. Now Thomas stepping off. Now time called again. Link 0 for 2. Senior first baseman came into the game with a .471 average and 12 RBIs. And we're going to get a pinch runner over here at first. You've Kleinhans, the right fielder, coming out. Let's see who they're going to get to run. Got to get a number on there for you. Runner getting some instruction. 24, that would be another, that's Devin Kincaid. Devin Kincaid running for Kleinhans. You have Bert Kowalski due up behind Eric Link. Get one out as we work in the top of the 7th. 1-1 game. West Mifflin and Uniontown from Bailey Park. It's a final. Now check that. We're on the top of the 7th in Westmoreland County. Laurel Highlands, though, has opened up an 11-3 lead. O'Brien, a 2-run home run. And Frankie Kula, a double with the bases loaded off the right center field wall to score 2 more. So Laurel Highlands a comfortable 11-3 lead as they work in the top of the 7th. We're in the top of the 7th here, tied at 1. Eric Link at the plate. Christian Thomas's next pitch to Link, and they hit him. So Link will motor down to first. Now you have the go-ahead run at second base for West Mifflin. 2 on, 1 out. We mentioned these guys would be tough to get by. That stretch of Griffithson with a .421 average, who grounded out to end the 6th. Walker with a .400 average, tripled to start the 7th. Mady with a .400 average, struck out here in the 7th. Kleinhans, that bunt single with a .452 average. Now Link hit by a pitch. And now at the plate, taking the first pitch for a strike is Bert Kowalski. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Game tied at 1, West Mifflin and Uniontown. Titans could break things open now. Looking for a big 7th inning. Got one already to tie it. Looking to take the lead. Kowalski now showing bunt. Pulls back. And he got hit by the pitch. Wow. Back-to-back Titans getting hit by pitches here in the 7th inning. See if they stick with Thomas. Now the base is loaded. 1 out. Mike Lydon at the plate. Lydon walked last time up but was picked off. Came into the game. Again, batting .077. A big spot here for the West Mifflin Titans. Red Raiders need to buckle up defensively. First pitch to Lydon, high and in tight for ball 1. Well, this would be a heartbreak for Uniontown. They can't pull this one off today. Played such a great game this afternoon against the West Mifflin Titans section leaders. Have to get some runs in the bottom of the 7th. 2 strikes on Lydon. Thomas looking for another big strikeout to get out of a bases-loaded jam. You'll have Ryan Lang due up behind Lydon. Now time called. Lydon, the 6th Titan to bat here in this top of the 7th inning. Thomas again taking his time. Lydon showing bunt, pulls back, pitch misses low. Good block there from Colton Sparks. So Lydon back in the batter's box. Thomas from the stretch again. Next pitch to Leiden. Foul tipped. Titans head coach Jeff Kuzma a little upset there with Leiden's execution. Was able to stay alive, and now Colton Sparks might have gotten nicked. Head coach Kenny Musco out. Talking to the home plate umpire. Not sure what this is all about. Colton seems all right. Maybe not. I'm giving the go-ahead to resume. Now here we go again. 2 strikes on Mike Leiden. 1 out here in the inning. Bases loaded for the Titans in a 1-1 game. Next pitch from Christian Thomas. Put in play. Goes right back to Christian. Force out at home. They'll go back to first to get the double play. Goes 1, 2, 3 to end the inning. And we're still tied at 1. So the Red Raiders an opportunity to get a walk-off in the bottom of the 7th. They'll have Austin Grego, Wyatt Nails, and Tyler Hawk coming to the plate. We're back with that 7th inning right after this here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Essential MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
The WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital Orthopedic and Spine Institute is open, and their experienced providers are ready to care for you. Orthopedic and spine care spans a wide range of problems, from arthritis to joint trauma caused by injury or overuse. Hips, shoulders, knees, and backs are the most common areas where patients experience pain or impaired function. At WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, they can treat orthopedic and spine problems with state-of-the-art care. Their board-certified orthopedic surgeons and specialists are well experienced in the latest treatments for damaged and diseased joints. They offer everything from physical therapies to joint repairs and joint replacements. Whenever possible, the newest, minimally invasive techniques are used to ensure quicker recovery, less pain, and less damage to surrounding tissues. To learn more about the newly opened Orthopedic and Spine Institute at WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, or to schedule an appointment, call 724-912-7533 or visit wvumedicine.org/Uniontown. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. The new us, here for you.
Here we go, bottom of the 7th inning, game tied at 1. Red Raiders looking for the walk-off. Hitters 7, 8, and 9. Austin Grego, Wyatt Nails, and Tyler Hawk. Grego walked and scored the only run for Uniontown last time up. Takes the first pitch here for strike 1. Jake Walker starting his 3rd inning of relief on the mound for West Mifflin. Comes back with a fastball, and it's 0-2 now. It's Austin Grego, and in fact, since Walker's came in, he's retired 6 straight. Next pitch on the way, called strike 3. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes from Walker to Grego, and just like that, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. That'll bring up Wyatt Nails. Red Raiders picked up an extra inning win here against Bell Vernon earlier on this season with a walk-off. I mean, that one went 9. Nails takes the first pitch here high and inside for ball 1. For some reason, I think they have another extra inning win as well earlier on this year. Nails taking another one low and inside. A 2-0 now to Wyatt Nails. He's looking for a base runner right now for Uniontown to try to get things started here in the bottom of the 7th. Get a little momentum for your side. Fastball well high. So we're going 3-0 now. Walker to Nails. 1-1 game, bottom of the 7th. Taken all the way was Wyatt. Pitching there for a strike. Count now 3-1. Now the 3-1 on the way. That's low for ball 4, and the Red Raiders have life. And you'll get a courtesy runner or a pinch runner in this situation. Or is that not ball 4? Nails thought it was ball 4. I thought it was ball 4. Not sure what happened there. Nails swings and misses, and he strikes out. So Nails started walking to first base. I had it as ball 4. So not sure what that was all about. Again, we've seen some late calls on strikes from our home plate umpire today. I think everybody around thought that was 3-0. Kenny Musco coming back, shaking his head. Now at the plate, Tyler Hawk fouls off the first pitch. Talk about momentum swings. Now since Walker's come into the game, he's had three strikeouts, and he's retired 8 straight. Really shut down this Uniontown team. A foul ball there from Hawk. Just getting a piece of it. Good chance we might be headed to extra innings. We're done here on WMBS, the Gardening with Joey and Holly radio show. Come your way after high school baseball today. Now Tyler Hawk rung up as Jake Walker strikes out the side in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Bonus baseball from Bailey Park, headed to the top of the 8th. 1-1, West Mifflin and Uniontown. CR Brada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Essential MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
Going on now at Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit cheharborchevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 cash rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
PENN Residential is a human services agency providing around-the-clock services and supports for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Their residential homes are located in local communities to offer residents quality care while also encouraging autonomy. They're a fast-growing company offering rewarding employment opportunities to direct support professionals interested in making positive impacts in the lives of others. The SP positions start at $16 an hour and will receive a full benefit package after 90 days. For more information about current career opportunities, visit PennResidentialInc.com/career.
General Dentist Dr. Edward L. Wpial Jr. treats children, teens, and adults of all ages. Dr. Wpial performs all phases of general dentistry, including crowns and bridges, partials, full dentures, comprehensive orthodontics, root canals, bonded white fillings, dental implants to replace missing teeth and to stabilize loose-fitting dentures, and comprehensive exams and cleanings. Dr. Wpial's office is located on the National Pike, 1 mile west of the mall on Route 40. Call him up at 724-439-1616 for Dr. Edward L. Wpial Jr.
Moving now to the top of the 8th, a little bonus baseball from Bailey Park on this Monday afternoon. Ryan Lang, Corey Kujai, and Zane Griffithson due up for West Mifflin. Uniontown sticking with Christian Thomas on the mound. Appears they're going to stick with him until he hits the 100 pitch count. So Ryan Lang will lead off the inning. By the way, for your Laurel Islands Mustang fans out there, Mustangs now up 15-3 over Greensburg-Salem. That game headed to the bottom of the 7th inning. Ryan Lang batting from the left side. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. So the Red Raiders still riding Christian Thomas. Wind and fire the 1-0. That one hit him. Yes, it did. And for Thomas, that's the 3rd West Mifflin batter that he's hit over the last 4 batters that he's faced. Got Mike Lyden to ground into a 1-2-3 double play to end the top half of the 7th inning. And that might be it for Christian Thomas. Head coach Kenny Musco coming out. And I think we're going to see a Uniontown pitching change now with Ryan Lang getting aboard here for West Mifflin, and that'll be it for Christian Thomas. We're back to tell you about the new Red Raider pitcher right after this on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Essential MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
Going on now at C.R. Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit chevrolechevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is for GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 cash rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 59th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva and Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva and Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva and Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 59 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to sponsor local high school sports.
Back here at Bailey Park, new pitcher for Uniontown is Austin Grego. This is his 5th appearance of the season. Has not factored in any decisions and has not given up an earned run. So worked 4 1/3 innings, mainly being used in short-term relief. Given up 1 hit, 1 run. It was not earned. Struck out 3, has not walked a batter, and has faced 17 batters so far this season. Enters the game here facing Corey Kujai with Ryan Lang on first, top of the 8th inning. This game tied at 1. Titans looking for the go-ahead run. Christian Thomas remains in the game and takes Grego's spot at second base. And now Grego from the stretch. First pitch a little low, gets away from the catcher Colton Sparks, and down to second with a go-ahead run is Ryan Lang. And again, nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Now the 1-0, Grego to Kujai. Grego glanced back at second. 1-0 pitch on the way, showing bunt and fouling it off is Corey Kujai. You have the top of the order up behind Kujai as well. Zane Griffithson, Walker, Mady. That whole clan we saw in the 7th do a lot of damage for the Titans to tie the game. One and one now to Corey Kujai. Grego taking his time again from the stretch. Kujai showing bunt. Pitch on the way, laid down foul. That'll be 2 strikes now on Corey Kujai. Again, game being played now under cloudy skies. Working here in the top of the 8th. Austin Grego, 1-2 count to Corey Kujai. And time called. And another fun game to watch. Had a lot of good ones so far this year. Uniontown with a win, trying to keep pace with Laurel Highlands for second place in the conference. Again, the Mustangs up big late, 15-3 over Greensburg-Salem. If Uniontown would pick up a win, would certainly pull West Mifflin back towards the pack. This ball fouled off by Kujai. We're moving right along. First couple innings this afternoon with things getting tight here in the later innings. Certainly have slowed things down. Time of the game now, over 2 hours and 22 minutes. Has worked into extra innings this afternoon. Grego's 2-strike pitch now to Kujai. Breaking ball does not get the called strike 3. Kujai doing a nice job to stay alive. Showing a good eye at the plate for West Mifflin. Grego another long looking. Glance back at second. Lang, the go-ahead run. Ground ball foul here on the near side. Head coach Jeff Kuzma couldn't make the play. His dugout giving him a little junk for not making it. Well, nobody else. You're on the top of the 8th. Game tied at 1. Austin Grego on in relief of Christian Thomas. Now time called here by Corey Kujai again. Grego stepping off again. Well, these guys playing some mind games. Grego trying to freeze him and Kujai not having any of it. Grego another look back at second. Pitch on the way and again staying alive. Fouling it off again is Kujai. Right onto the softball field. Is empty right now. Kujai stepping back in again. Another long at-bat. Grego to Kujai. Pitch on the way, and this ball popped up down the first base line, and it will drop foul. Red Raiders unable to make a play on it. Christian Thomas from the second base position was the closest to tracking it down. Once again, Kujai stays alive. Red Raiders very close to getting the inning's first outs. Here's Kujai again. Austin Grego on the mound. Another look back at second. Now Ryan Lang now delivers fastball line drive through on the near side. Goes back to uphold at third and holding at third. And going back to the bag, Ryan Lang. That ball in very shallow left field. And with nobody out in the inning, no reason to take a chance sending Lang in that situation. So now runners on the corners and you're back to the top of the order. Maybe another reason why you don't send them. Next 5 batters, all batting at least 400 for West Mifflin. By the way, Uniontown on the bottom of the 8th will have the top of their order up. Thomas, Chuck, and Musco. Another visit to the mound here from Kenny Musco. Talking Austin Grego just faced his first batter in relief in Corey Kujai. Christian Thomas started the inning and hit Ryan Lang with a pitch. Titans also discussing a little strategy here. You now have Ryan Lang over at third, Corey Kujai on first, and you have the option of using a courtesy runner for Kujai as well, with Corey being the catcher. So late strategy being discussed. Game tied at 1. We're on the top of the 8th inning. Red Raiders took a 1-0 lead into the top of the 7th. West Mifflin able to tie the game on an RBI bunt single from Derek Kleinhans. Scoring Jake Walker, who started off the inning with a triple. Now the top of the order up here for West Mifflin, Zane Griffithson. Started the game pitching. Now out in center field for the Titans. All kinds of signs going on now between Colton Sparks and Austin Grego. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Big spot here for Griffithson. Has a homer and 8 RBIs to go along with his .421 average so far this season. Grego glances over his shoulder at the runner on first who's going on the play. They're going to throw back, though, to third. And getting back there safely was Ryan Lang, allowing Kujai to get in a second. So now second and third, nobody out. Game tied at 1. Top of the 8th inning. You can kind of get a feeling, if you've been here all afternoon, this game's starting to slip away a little bit from Uniontown. Infield now in for the Red Raiders with nobody out. Grego's first pitch to Griffithson be a foul ball off Griffithson's bat. Actually didn't even swing, but the pitch just went right off the bat. So they'll be 0-1. So that's a break for Uniontown. And still, you've seen situations here over the last 2 innings not going Uniontown's direction. And the Titans so close now to going up in this game for the first time here in the top of the 8th inning. Grego's 0-1. Griffithson, line drive. It'll drop in front of Eric Odom in right. Scoring on the play will be Ryan Lang. Holding up at third will be the courtesy runner for Kujai. And it's an RBI single for Zane Griffithson. And West Mifflin now leads 2-1. Still nobody out. And that'll bring up Jake Walker. Walker with that triple to right field to lead off the 7th inning last time up. Looking to do more damage now with runners on the corners. Grego's first pitch sent foul there by Walker. So the Titans so far, 1 in the top of the 7th. Added another one here in the top of the 8th now to lead it 2-1. The Red Raiders still looking for an out here in the inning. Grego look over his shoulder. 0-1. Another one sent foul from Walker. Laurel Highlands, Greensburg, Salem now a final 15-3. Mustangs win over the Golden Lions. Again, they'll meet tomorrow. Either be at Laurel Highlands High School or Hutchinson Field in Hopwood. We'll have the game for you here on WMBS, also on the South Union Township Sports Network, Facebook Live, and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. That's the 7th straight win, by the way, for Laurel Highlands. And home plate umpire talking things over here with Austin Grego as Kenny Musco talks to Colton Sparks. Sparks dinged up there again. Maybe an issue with his glove. This was certainly the opportunity in this 2-game series for the Red Raiders to start off the weekend well. The ace Christian Thomas on the mound, playing here at home. West Mifflin's so good at their complex. Haven't had too many road games, as we said, so far this season. Even more of an advantage leading a Titans team this afternoon away from their home environment. But West Mifflin here in extras, leading 2-1 as Walker stays alive, fouling another one off. The bottom of the 8th, it'll be the top of the order for Uniontown. Thomas, Chuck, and Musco. But if West Mifflin sticks with Jake Walker on the mound, he's retired 9 straight. He's at the plate right now trying to help his own cause. Has 2 strikes on him. Next pitch from Grego. He's looking for the called strike 3, didn't get it. You credit the game that West Mifflin's played, staying with it, coming from behind to now lead this afternoon here on the road. Next pitch from Grego to Walker. Missed again, and no throw is safe at second is Zane Griffithson. The same situation you had when Griffithson was at the plate. Runners on second and third. Red Raiders down a run, trying not to fall any farther behind. Infield coming in again. Almost have to in this situation. Next pitch to Walker. That's low, and now we're full with 3-2. Give Walker credit, it was an 0-2 count. Has worked his way back into it. It's full now at 3-2. Grego's 3-2 pitch now to Jake Walker. Breaking ball inside for ball 4. That'll load up the bases. So 4 Titans have come to the plate here in the top of the 8th. Uniontown has yet to get an out defensively. Titans have already plated 1 run. Bases now loaded. And Devin Matey will be coming to the plate. Matey 0 for 3 today. 2 fly ball outs to Eric Odeman right and struck out swinging last time up. This is his first time facing Grego. Grego's first pitch, and this ball hit high in the air. Deep to center field, backing up and making the grab is Tyler Hawk. And tagging and scoring on the play from third is the courtesy runner for Corey Kujai. So it's a sac fly RBI for Devin Matey, his 10th RBI of the season. You also had Zane Griffithson advance down to third. Now you have runners on the corners with 1 out. And the lead now up to 3-1. We lost our folks here on the radio side, so we'll reconnect with the WMBS audience. And tack another run for West Mifflin on our scoreboard.
Offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save.
Now another bloop going out in Uphold's direction into left field. He'll score another run as Zane Griffithson comes across.
Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
And for you folks rejoining us here on the radio side, Derek Kleinhans with an RBI single to left. That scored Zane Griffithson. And now the West Mifflin lead up to 8-1. Or check that, 4-1 over Uniontown here in the 8th inning. 4-1 here in the 8th. At the plate now, Eric Link. Showing bunt and pulling back. Way things keep on going this way, it might be 8-1 before this inning ends. Link is the 7th Titan to bat here in the top of the 8th. Again, just 1 out. Only out was still a productive at-bat. Sac fly RBI from Devin Matey. Link was hit by a pitch last time up. 0 for 2, struck out in the second. Popped up to then second baseman Austin Grego. Back in the 4th inning. Check that in the 5th inning. Grego, of course, now pitching. Now they have a rundown. Jake Walker between second and third off the throwback. They'll throw it back to third, but the ball hops away. Went off of Grego's glove. Wow. When things aren't going your way, they're not going your way. And Walker gets down to third. They had him in a dead rundown between second and third. Should have been the inning's second out. They're going to award first base to Eric Link. Must have just been an intentional walk issue. Of course, you don't have to throw on those intentional walks. With the runners now on second and third, so you'd rather pitch to Kowalski, batting .296, than Link batting .471. This game has totally fallen away from Uniontown here in the top half of the 8th. Such a well-played game throughout 7 innings. Coach Musko is going to be sick tonight. That one fouled off by Bert Kowalski. Red Raiders, oh so close to knocking off West Mifflin here today. Of course, not over yet, but they have Walker trotting back out there for the 8th, start his 4th inning of relief. It's going to be tough to rally back against the section leaders, the West Mifflin Titans today. Grego's next pitch to Kowalski a little low. And you still just have 1 out here in the inning. 3 runs already across and the bases loaded for West Mifflin. Hard to believe looking at it here in the 8th. This was the game that Uniontown controlled most of the way. In fact, had a perfect game intact until the 6th inning. No hitter also until that 6th inning. Perfect game was broken up from the walk from Leiden. No hitter was broken up by the single from Kujai. Both occurring in that 6th inning. Now Grego on in relief of Christian Thomas. Next pitch to Kowalski. He's going to send it foul. Behind home plate. And off another tree branch over there. Holmes in the background have to get a lot of action. Again, more high school baseball tomorrow. I won't be solo. Gary Frankhauser will be with me. You've had enough of me today. At least you'll have Gary to talk to you a little bit tomorrow as well. Tony will be with me on Friday from Mount Pleasant in Uniontown here from Bailey. Next pitch to Kowalski. This ball sent foul on the right side. And a 4-1 lead for West Mifflin over Uniontown. Red Raiders led it 1-0 coming into the top of the 7th inning. Titans scored a run to send it into the 8th. And now 3 scored here in the top of the 8th. Bases loaded, Titans looking for more. Grego's next pitch, this one again popped foul by Kowalski. The way this is going, the end result's not going to show as close as this game was throughout much of the contest. Actually approaching the 3-hour mark that we've been on the air today. We'll have the Gardening with Joey and Holly radio show coming up as soon as our game ends. We'll have that in its entirety for you. No other live sporting events on WMBS tonight as far as I know, unless Nick Barczyk has a surprise for me. That one a little high there from Grego to Bert Kowalski. Kowalski, the 8th Titan to bat here in the top of the 8th inning. Had to retrieve a lot of foul balls this afternoon. Next pitch on the way. Fastball, and this ball hit high in the air into center field. Getting under it, Tyler Hawk makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. Tagging and scoring from 3rd will be Jake Walker. So another sac fly RBI. In fact, both outs recorded sac fly RBIs here in the inning. Walker scoring. Kowalski picks up his 6th ribby of the season. And the Titans lead now up to 5-1 over Uniontown. You're in the top of the 8th. That'll bring up Mike Leiden. He's the 9th Titan to bat. Runners on 1st and 2nd. West Mifflin will have a 4-run cushion going to the bottom of the 8th. Next pitch, actually the first pitch to Leiden, and therefore a strike. Leiden grounded into that 1-2-3 double play to end the 7th inning. Grego, another long look in there to Mike Leiden. From the stretch, glance back, pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Leiden trying to keep the inning alive. Uniontown looking for the 3rd out just to get out of it. You had Grego that came into this inning without yielding an earned run. so far this season. That'll certainly change after this 8th inning here today. Runners moving. Pitch missed inside. Throw down to third, not in time. Stolen base there for Kleinhans. Also advancing into second was Eric Link. Two outs, top of the 8th. 4 scored already here in the inning for West Mifflin. The Titans lead at 5-1. Time called here. Again, Laurel Highlands 15-3 win over Greensburg-Salem today. Gary checking in, says he guessed he could have made it for the extra innings today. Didn't think we'd go this long today. Certainly been a fun one to watch, unfortunately for Uniontown fans. Not going their way here late after a stellar game from Christian Thomas on the mound. Grego trying to finish off Leiden, and Leiden's going to keep the inning alive right down the left field line, all the way back into the corner. 2 more runs will score on the play for West Mifflin. Stand-up double for Mike Leiden, picking up RBI 3 and 4 for this season. Runs scored from Kleinhans and a Link, leading up to 7-1. Six runs scored in this top of the 8th inning for West Mifflin. They batted around. Going back to Ryan Lang, who led off the inning facing Christian Thomas, got hit by a pitch that got Thomas out of the game. He'll lay down a bunt here, and it might be a bunt single. And it will be a bunt single. Uniontown just cannot get out of the inning. Well positioned there from Ryan Lang. And Corey Kujai will be the 11th Titan to bat here in this top of the 8th. Now a 7-1 West Mifflin lead. Kujai 2 for 3 today. He scored a run earlier on this inning. Singles in the 6th and 8th. In fact, broke up Thomas's no-hit bid in that 6th inning with his single. Runners on the corners again, and he got hit by a pitch. And that'll load up the bases. Wow. Just an unbelievable 8th inning for the West Mifflin Titans. We'll get a courtesy runner here for Kujai. You're back to the top of the order in Griffithson again. He's the 12th Titan to bat here in the top of the 8th. Bases loaded again for West Mifflin. Boy, Austin Grego just wants to get out of here. First pitch misses for ball 1. Cushion 6. And 2 outs here in the inning. Next pitch to Griffithson. Missed the low. You kind of sense at this juncture of the game, Red Raiders just a little flustered right now. Put so much into it here today. It's disappointing to see it fall apart late. Have to get refocused again. These two teams will play at West Mifflin again tomorrow. Another pitch high and inside to Zane Griffithson. And Grego very close here to walking in a run. Lost his cap on the last throw. Winds died down. Really a nice evening for baseball. Don't have quite the drama unless Uniontown really mounts a rally in the bottom of the inning. That's ball 4, RBI walk. Wow. Second RBI of the inning for Griffithson. Another run scored as Leiden comes around. I joked earlier it was 8-1 and a little mispronunciation. Well, it is 8-1 now. 7 runs scored here in the inning for West Mifflin. And that's going to be it looks like, for Austin Grego. So we'll have a pitching change. Second pitching change of the inning for Uniontown. We're back in a moment. 8-1, West Mifflin over Uniontown. CR Barana Group High School Sports Day presented by PENN Residential, Essential MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
Spring forward to home construction season with First Federal of Greene County. First Federal's construction and improvement loans puts you in charge of your dream home project with all the tools you need. First Federal offers construction loans, owner-builder loans, and home improvement loans. With offices in Fayette, Greene, and Washington counties, your loan stays here. Visit with a First Federal loan officer today or apply online at firstfederalofgreene.com. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, holding a Veterans Breakfast Sunday, May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The breakfast includes pancakes, sausage, bacon, eggs, coffee, tea, orange juice, and milk. Veterans, fire, and police are free. Guests are welcome and asked to make a goodwill donation. The Veterans Breakfast, Sunday, May 22nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood. RSVP not required.
I'm attorney Rob Harper, and I'm happy to be joining Bill Martin and Trip Radcliffe at Radcliffe Law in Uniontown. I grew up in Uniontown and chose to make Fayette County my home. I also represent the county as an assistant district attorney, and I know my way around a courtroom. If you are hurt in an accident, buying or selling a home, need assistance with an estate or will preparation, call me at Radcliffe Law, 724-439-3939. The initial consultation is free. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
So the second pitching change of the inning for Uniontown, going to the lefty Wade Bruger. And searching for Bruger's pitching stats so far this season, there aren't any. This will be his first appearance. So Bruger coming in here late, with West Mifflin now leading Uniontown 8-1. Again, the Titans 7 runs scored here in the top of the 8th inning. Uniontown led 1-0 going to the top of the 7th. Titans got a run there. Uniontown was shut down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the inning. Actually, striking out the side was Jake Walker, seems like many moons ago. And now West Mifflin, with Jake Walker back at the plate, he'll be the 13th batter here in the inning for West Mifflin, with the bases still loaded. Bruger to Walker, 5th time through the order for West Mifflin. And Walker really started this rally with his triple to lead off the 7th inning. Walked and scored a run earlier on this inning. Bruger's first pitch to Walker, swing and a miss. Bruger certainly presenting a different look. Not quite as hard throwing as Christian Thomas, and with that unconventional windup from the left side. As that clean look over at first, glances over his shoulder at second, and misses inside here to Walker. Count at 1-1. Boy, this has been a long half inning. Red Raiders just wanting it to end. 1-1 pitch on the way. Walker sends it foul. Count moves to 1-2. Coach Musco might wake up in a cold sweat nightmare if he relives this top of the 8th inning. A 1-2, Bruger to Walker. Red Raiders trying to get this top of the 8th to end. Breaking ball, Walker wasn't swinging at that low one. Remember, West Mifflin has an hour bus ride home tonight, too. Lead at 7. With 7 scored here in the 8th. Now Brugger's 2-2 to Walker. Breaking ball off the plate, 3-2. And again, nowhere to put Walker. Bases are loaded. Some fans just trying to stay loose, running the bases on the softball field. We've been on the air today, 3 hours and 9 minutes. Brugger's next pitch to Walker, ball 4. So an RBI walk. Walker's second walk of the inning. It's now West Mifflin 9 and Uniontown 1. Still in the top of the 8th. Devin Matey coming to the plate. He's the 14th Titan to bat here in the top of the 8th. And Brugger misses on the first pitch here to Devin Matey. The way this is going, if you're Brugger, just throw some strikes, take your chances with the ball being put in play. A 9-1 West Mifflin lead. Brugger misses again. And Brugger making his first appearance of the season on the mound. I have to think it's probably one of the best half innings West Mifflin's had all season. Coming at a big time, swing, get a miss. Big time cut there from Matey. Matey, couple of fly ball outs to Eric Odeman right earlier in the game. Struck out swing and then a sac fly RBI earlier on this inning. Now driven in 10 for the season. 2-1, Brugger to Matey. Pitch on the way, another breaking ball, swing and a miss. Count even at 2-2. See Wade put it across the plate here. We can get out of here. Two and two. Brugger to Matey. Breaking ball outside. We're full of 3-2. There's no kind of run or any kind of limits here. You can get as many as you can if you're West Mifflin. 3-2 pitch. Matey swinging, popping it up. This should do it for the half inning. He'll go right to third base. Catch made there by Clay Dean to end the inning. But what an inning it was for West Mifflin. Titans sent 14 men to the plate, scored 8 runs, and they lead Uniontown 9-1. Going to the bottom of the 8th. Last chance for the Red Raiders here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Day. Broadcast presented by PENN Residential, Essential MARCOM, and Amy's Quilt Room.
Going on now at Seattle Chevrolet.
Our customers can drive away in a new 2022 Chevy Equinox for only $239 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease is through GMF for well-qualified individuals at 10,000 miles per year, 24 months with $3,500 tax rate equity, and must have a GM lease or non-GM lease in household. Payment is for tax, title fees, and for payment. Security deposit waived. Sale ends May 2nd, 2022. While supplies last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-929-8000.
Are you a small business owner who needs marketing help? Whether you're seeking a marketing professional to partner with on an ongoing basis or need assistance with a specific project, you'll want the expertise found at Essential MARCOM. Essential MARCOM specializes in working with clients to build brands and establish effective messaging to reach customers. Whether you're starting up or expanding your business or need guidance on naming, logo design, website development, or how to effectively use social media, contact Dana at Essential MARCOM. Dana's experience spans 18 years and includes working with local businesses as well as national and international brands on various types of marketing projects. Learn more about Essential MARCOM's capabilities and view their portfolio at EssentialMarcom.com. That's EssentialMarcom.com or email Dana at EssentialMarcom.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SprowlsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
So the Red Raiders will the top of the order due up. That's the good news here for the bottom of the 8th inning. The bad news is you need 8 runs to extend the game and 9 to win it. And you have still on the mound for West Mifflin starting his 4th inning in relief, Jake Walker. And Walker is yet to allow a base runner in this game. Might be a little cold right now after that long top half of the inning where the Titans scored 8 runs. Misses on the first 2 pitches to Christian Thomas. Now the 2-0, Thomas swing and a miss, takes us to 2-1. Thomas struck out in the first, walked in the third, and grounded into a fielder's choice in the 5th. 2-1 now, Walker to Thomas. Fastball, swing and a miss. Actually, that was strike 3. Must have missed the first pitch there. Nonetheless, Thomas goes down, and Walker has now struck out 4 straight, 5 strikeouts for the game. Now Hunter Chukchek coming to the plate. Chukchek reached via an error first time up, grounded out 4-3 in the 3rd, and then flew out to center field in the 5th. Like Jake Walker's a nice option to have if you're West Mifflin in relief, that's for sure. Counts at 0-1 on Chukchek. Now the 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground and through into center field for a hit. Maybe the beginning of a Uniontown rally here in the 8th. That's the first hit that Walker's given up since he's come on in relief of Zane Griffithson. And now we're going to Tate Musco. So Tate Musco coming to the plate. And as soon as we're done, it's the Gardening with Joey and Holly radio show in its entirety. Musco takes the first pitch for a strike. Usually airs 6:05 to 7 here on WMBS. And if we didn't have the extra innings today, it would have aired 6:05 to 7. Had about an hour 8th inning. Pitch missing there from Walker to Tate Musco. Again, tomorrow, it's Laurel Highlands and Greensburg-Salem, game 2 of their series. Laurel Highlands had a big 7th inning today as well, defeating Greensburg-Salem 15-3. Musco, big swing and a miss. 2 strikes now on Tate. 7 straight wins for Laurel Highlands, and they'll pull a game ahead of Uniontown for 2nd place in the conference. How quickly things change. This pitch misses a little low. Laurel Highlands and Uniontown will meet for the final section series of the year, 2nd week in May. Have both of those games for you here on WMBS. Now Walker trying to finish off Musco, misses high. And Gary Frankhauser's with me tomorrow. We're back here at Bailey. It'll be the senior day game for Uniontown against Mount Pleasant on Friday, 4 o'clock start. Tony Hanola will join me for that one. Tony will be returning from Delray Beach. That one missing, that's ball 4. So after Walker started off the inning with a strikeout of Thomas, gave up the single to Chukchek. Now Tate Musco with a walk. Uniontown a little life, albeit down 8 runs here in the bottom of the 8th inning, with Colton Sparks coming into the plate. You can sense the game a little looser now on both sides, with a margin at 8 at this juncture of the game. Sparks takes the first pitch here for a strike. Next pitch on the way. Ground ball. Here to short. Could be 2. Touch at second. Over to first to end the games. That went 6-4. Actually 6-3. 6 unassisted. over to first to end it. And your final score in 8 innings, West Mifflin 9 and Uniontown 1. Again, the Red Raiders led first today, scoring the game's opening run and their only run back in the 5th inning. Austin Grego scoring on, actually Grego's courtesy runner. Thomas Rankin scoring on an RBI double from Wyatt Nails. But West Mifflin able to tie the game in the 7th inning, an inning started by a Jake Walker triple. Bunt single and an RBI from Derek Kleinhand scored Walker to tie the game at 1 with extra innings. And West Mifflin sent 14 men to the plate, scoring 8 runs in the top of the 8th inning to defeat Uniontown by a score of 9-1. So that'll do it for us from Bailey Park. For Jerry Dupay and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. This is Brian Morozak. So have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score at 8. West Mifflin 9 and Uniontown 1. So long, everybody.
You've been listening to another C. Harper Auto Group.